What is up, everyone? All right, this week, another tier list. We are doing Icks. So there's very specific things that the girls say absolutely repulses them, and it takes you from being a guy that is about to sleep with you, do that one little thing, and then she's like, fuck it. This guy disgusts me. I don't ever want to be around him ever again. Get him the fuck away from me. We're going to rank those.
We've got 88 Icks. There's a lot of icks out there. Girls have a lot of icks, apparently.
So many. Yeah, so many.
I think my girl had 25 icks. Pretty good icks, I think. There's a couple.
They were good. Yeah.
Yeah.
My girl just started trolling me. I was like, we're doing a video on Icks tomorrow. We're having dinner, and I was like, can you let me know?
Maybe tier list is an ick for her, like a guy who does tier lists.
Maybe. I'm surprised. She's like, yeah, she's like, I think the first thing she was like, bad manners. Someone's got bad manners. She's like, someone that just swears out of place, where it's not like, oh, this, like, they just swear as they're speaking normally. She's like, that's an ick for me. And then she had a smirk on her face. She's like, someone that wears a lot of black, and then she looks at her, I'm like, all right, go fuck yourself. And then she just started describing me. I'm like, all right, get fucked.
But I told you, like, even your own girl has to, even if she's trolling, she's got to throw in a little shade. A little bit. Like, my girl
make it a bit fun.
Gets jet lag.
Yeah.
When I got to Bali, I was like fucking dead. I was sleeping for like 5 days straight. And so I was like,
she's like, it doesn't give me attention.
But,
actually, so we did have 86 or something, or 87. I put it down to 60 just so we can fit it on here. Okay. So sorry to say, all right, let you all know, I took jet lag off the list because I was like, what the fuck is this? So I don't think it made the cut. Yeah. But we got some good ones. And I think the way we're going to rank them today for you guys is we'll probably go through and explain the phenomenon of Icks, like what actually causes it. Like, what is this when a girl says you wore a backpack, so I got turned off? So like, where does this actually come from? And then we'll also rank them in order of, I think I think we agree Swift will be something that is what we would consider like, yeah, reasonable ick. Like, this is, don't do this. If you do this thing in the S tier, she probably won't like you. Right, like it's reasonable to expect that behavior insinuates that you have negative value about yourself, and so it's reasonable to expect this girl is not going to be attracted. And then we'll work our way down the list to maybe C being like, this is stupid, like girls are retarded, what the fuck are they talking about? And then maybe even D could be, yeah, maybe D is that. Like, this is completely stupid. Like, this might even be like an attractive trait, or this is just like, so it doesn't matter, right? I think that's how we should list them out. Does that sound fair?
Yep, that's perfect.
Yeah. Really so, maybe like repulsive. And then here, like delusional, like the girl is, or like ridiculous.
Are you showing the screen or?
Oh, motherfucker. No, I'm not. Okay, let me share my screen. You think I'd figure out how to share screen quicker by now. Here we go. Window. Okay. All right, I think everyone can see this.
Applying lip balm. That's funny. That's reasonable. I think it looks kind of gay when dudes do it.
Yeah. If you pat your lips like this when you do it, and then you do mix it together. I don't
use lip balm at all because I don't want to be like, you know what I mean? You're kind of like not really paying attention, and you're like, whoop.
So I do the
one ick and you're done. Your girl's
you got to do the cover up. You got to do this style when you put it on. You got to look a little bit cool
as well. Like, you're like self-conscious about putting the lip balm.
Nah, you look cool. Do you know when people like light a cigarette and they do this? You know, they look cool. No one's like, oh, that guy's self-conscious about lighting a cigarette. Yeah, they're covering the wind. They look cool.
That's an ick.
If that's an ick. Okay.
That looks
yeah. True.
So it's try hard, actually.
Actually, that's the biggest ick of them all. Yeah, true. Teenage cologne? Yeah, I was going to say, when you typed that, someone typed it in the chat. I was like, I got that on the list, but he saw it on the list. Okay. So we have like repulsive. We have like ridiculous. Should we come up with some names in the middle here?
Repulsive. um, what's below repulsive is, I don't know, gay.
You're like unattractive.
Unattractive, yeah.
Guys, hit us up with some adjectives here that we can use. Maybe C could be like little delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Is that even how you spell delusional? Delusional.
Looks good.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. That's an ick, not knowing how to spell. And then B, unrealistic. Oh, that was a good one for little delusional. Anyway, we'll figure it out as we go, I guess.
Well, what's reasonable? Do we have a reasonable?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Repulsive, unattractive, reasonable, little delusional, ridiculous. Cool. Easy. Mm-hmm. If we have too many that end up here, we may shift the language, and if we have too many that end up here, we may shift the language. But let's see how we go. So, applying lip balm.
Okay. I mean, I do agree it can look pretty gay. But also, you could, you know what I mean? You could have a lot of value already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Value really high at this point. You can put lip balm on. But look, if you're just starting out in game and you have little value, I would probably keep the lip balm in your pocket and wait until after the interaction.
Yeah, what I did, so with my girlfriend, she's a big, do you know what pawpaw is? I don't know if that's an Australian thing.
No.
Okay, so pawpaw is like a lip balm, but it's like this shit you put on your finger and then wipe on, all right? So my progression of the relationship is when we're first hanging out, okay, this is new. I need to build my value, okay? I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, can I borrow some pawpaw? And can I do, oh, yeah, I'll put on my lip. Fucking ridiculous, okay? So at the beginning, I was like, I'm a man. I don't need no pawpaw, okay? Fuck that, all right? But then, as the relationship progresses a little bit, I'm like, she puts it on, and I'm like, come here. I grab her, I make out with her, and I'm like, I get some pawpaw.
You grab her by the hair, right?
Yeah, grab her by the hair, pull her in, make out. She's like, oh, yeah, that's exciting. This is spontaneous. But I got some, I'm doing some lip balm application. Okay, boys, that's the real reason. And now I'm at the point in the relationship where, like, she puts it on, like, hand it over here, grab some, put it on. But I've earned that, okay? I've got in there. You got to get through the initial potential ick phase. So I would say this is reasonable, all right? Be careful of the application, okay?
I agree with that. And I like the routine. Yeah. It's pretty creative. And a lot of guys don't think about that. And really, they sabotage relationships.
Yes.
That's why your girl's cheating on you.
Exactly. It's the lip balm. Yeah.
Lip balm.
It's the lip balm. Okay, let's go entrepreneur.
Yeah, I find that a little bit cringe when I see that everywhere. Because I know a lot of entrepreneurs that are like have been, I don't know, broke, and they don't do anything for the past 10 years. And like at this point, girls kind of roll their eyes when they hear entrepreneur. So I don't know what is this.
Especially if you're like, you've met at a hostel or something. The girl's like, what do you do? You're like, I'm an entrepreneur. Get on your buy. Like, there have been some guys that I've met, okay? Because I go through, obviously, a lot of, we do this, go through a lot of Tinder bios and DHVs. So this is like our literal job. We do this all the fucking time. I think it's like a 1% rate when I see entrepreneur and the guy is actually like an entrepreneur where he actually like has a few businesses, he's looking for new ideas or he's inventing shit. Most of the time entrepreneur just means I'm broke and I want to start a business. That's like literally what it means. So like I would rather just whatever business you want to start, just say that, right? If you want to create a digital marketing for social media or something, then just say that. Say, I run a digital marketing social media agency, blah, blah. Like, that sounds so much better than just saying, like, entrepreneur, I'm trying to figure out what I want. So, cringe. Yep. Sorry to all the entrepreneurs out there, okay? This is I think from your girl maybe, or maybe yours. Can't lift her.
Can't lift her up. Yeah, this is from my girl. She does this random... I guess it's it's a shit test, actually. She's shit testing me almost every day, where she's like, catch me, and she runs and she just jumps into my arms, and like in my head while she's coming, it's like slow motion. I'm thinking I have to like catch her strong and like lift her up. I can't go, oh, don't do this. It's a shit test. It really is a shit test. And I know it's a shit test. And I knew at the moment she put this on the list. Right. Yeah. I'm like, okay, you're trying to see if I still have my fitness.
Still got the strength.
Okay? I got the strength. So can you imagine you can't even lift a girl up?
Yeah, I think the worst part would be, this is what I'm picturing, is like the girl's on the couch, you're like, we're going to my room. She's like, really? And then you go to pick her up, and then you're like, oh, fuck. you're like trying to walk, and you're like fucking struggling, and then you get to the door, you're like, oh my God. And this bitch is like, man, this guy can't even.
A lot of guys are going to say, well, what if I like a thick Latina? She's a little bit heavier, or maybe a BBW. But guess what? I think there's a rule. You have to be able to carry the weight that you're attracted to, right? So if you like big women, you need to be able to lift that weight. If you can't lift that weight, you can't date that size of a woman.
You gotta earn it. Yeah.
You have to earn it.
Yeah, that's why Licari, he's got big biceps, bro. Like you can tell that guy's been working out, man. He's been working out. If you can't lift her, you don't deserve her. All right, that's our motto over here. So Yeah. Where are we putting this? This is definitely either cringe or repulsive, is what I'm thinking.
I think it's got to be like cringe level. It's got to be A.
Yeah, cringe. Okay. Internet brain roll. So I combined a few here. Okay. So this is going to be like always on social media. This is going to be like sending 1,000 memes. This is going to be having like Snapchat streaks or something. Like this is just like, constantly like on your phone, basically.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different if you're younger. You get away with some of this if you're younger, because the girls are going to be doing the same shit, maybe even more. Man, I don't know. It's kind of hard to be, in your like 30s and 40s, and you're on like Snapchat scores and shit.
Oh, yeah, that makes it much worse. Yeah,
it can look pretty bad. I think it depends on what you're sending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's informative information that she needs to know.
Yeah. Some propaganda sent her way. Yeah, I agree. It kind of depends on the girl. Depends what you're sending. Anything that is going to make you feel or look immature to her is going to be cringe. So again, like if she's 30 and it's a Snapchat streak or something. Or you're doing like a TikTok dance. Again, if you're like 18 and she's like 18, then maybe, I don't know, maybe TikTok dances are cool. But I'd be like, yeah, go on.
I take the meme, okay, whatever meme it is, I'm going to send it to her. No, I'm going to take it. I'm going to impose her face, Photoshop her face, and then kind of change up the title to make it related to her. This way, cool. She feels like she's part of this, and she'll accept your brain rats.
That's fair. All right, so I reckon reasonable is a fair thing. Oh, okay. Teenage cologne. Someone mentioned this in the chat. Yeah, so man. This is going to be is it like Lynx was a popular one here. Yeah, like that fucking deodorant-ish kind of what I would describe as Lynx teenage. Like we used to call it we used to call it a Western Sydney shower. There's a lot of people that just wear like so much deodorant to cover up like needing to have a shower when they were teenagers. So yeah, I think this is pretty cringe.
Yeah, and the thing is, girls notice it. They know when you're wearing teenage cologne. And it just reminds them of dating teenagers when they were younger or something. Yeah. And right away they smell you and they have this impression of you because they all these memories start flooding in. It's not a good first impression. Now, bro, when I wear Tom Ford, I did not realize how many women knew Tom Ford. I wore Tom Ford, and they would be like, "Oh, you're wearing the Tom Ford Umbrella Leather. You're wearing the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla." Oh, it's my favorite.
Tobacco, that's nice. Ooh, I like that one.
They know all the Tom Ford, and they could tell if it's like the real Tom Ford or a cheaper version of Tom Ford. So, like, you could get a little bit of that DHV when you have like a Tom Ford, but you get the opposite if you wear the teenage cologne.
And I think I like what you said there. There's something about smell that is so good at triggering memory. It's insane. Like you guys have probably experienced this. Maybe you smell like a girl's cologne. You're like, holy fuck, that reminds me of this. Or even just like something from childhood, you smell it, you're like, holy fuck. Like it's so strong. Like it's impossible for the girl to smell something that reminds her of like some cringy teenage shit and then not feel that. Like it will happen.
You know what I do? I have daddy clones. So I have daddy issue colognes. So if I have a girl coming over, I had this recently. I'm like, okay, what cologne am I gonna wear? And we talked, and she had some daddy issues. It was pretty evident. She was like 19. I went with the daddy issue cologne. You know, you got the leather. It's kind of like a biker, like a smoky tobacco leather kind of smell. It's kind of like when your dad abused you and when you're younger. So like, you know what I mean? Like, or you love your dad. He smokes cigars quite often. Either one, I don't know. Could be like
it's a very like mature vibe. Yeah,
mature vibe. Okay, let's
mature
let's
vibe.
go with that.
Red pill. So this is going to be the guy that like worships Andrew Tate. We actually have, I think, separate as like calling yourself alpha. But so it worships Andrew Tate, and basically just like the way I think about these guys. And if anyone saw the Manosphere documentary and saw the two like Mexican dudes or whatever, this is kind of what I'm picturing, where they don't really have much experience, but they're just like worshipping someone like Andrew Tate and thinking that this is like the pinnacle of manhood. And yeah, they've got like the poster of him up at home. They start to use like cringy terms. They start to talk to the girls this way. Like it's, to
even
me, this is like super
pinnacle
cringe.
of manhood. Even if he was, it's still cringe to like to follow and worship another man like this. You know what I mean? And use like their terminology. And I don't know. I don't know. That's just kind of cringe. But there is like an inexperience and like you're just bad with women and you hate them and you're frustrated. This is like all the negative, unattractive traits that women just they don't like. They don't like this. So when you're like, oh, I'm red pill this, red pill that, man, you're going to have all these negative traits attached to you right away.
100%. Yeah. And especially as you said, that woman hating shit. Like if you're just trying to basically communicate that women suck, you don't like them, what does it say about you? It means that like no girls probably like you, or you haven't had much success with them. I
think also like my girl didn't know what red pill like is. She doesn't know a lot of this shit at all. Okay, she doesn't know red pill. She doesn't know anything about feminism. But we were watching reels, the brain rot stuff, and she's like, who is this guy? Like who are they associated with or whatever? She's asking questions. I'm like, oh, red pill, red pill, red pill. So I said red pill so many times at, like reels and men that are so unattractive that when she made this list, she thought red pill. These guys are
these guys are
She's not political. She knows nothing about this at all. She just knows anytime she's asking about these guys and she's like, this is unattractive, I say red pill. So like this is like universal. It doesn't have to be a political thing. It's not like some hateful feminist. She's not a feminist at all. She's anti-feminist. She's anti-feminist, but she can't stand the red pill guys.
I mean, the red pill feminists, but the male version, right? They hate women. They blame them for everything. There's external locus of control. They whinge all the time. There's no solution. I mean, they're a feminist, right? That's exactly what feminists do. It's just like the man version of it. It's the same shit, just different side of the coin. Splits the bill. I mean, this has got to be repulsive, right?
Look, unless you're dating a Scandinavian girl.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But yeah, it's splitting the bill, man. That's, I don't know. I feel kind of weird about this. Like the first time I went out with my main girl, the first two times I was a little bit late to like the movies, and she had bought the ticket. She bought popcorn and everything, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like trying to pull out cash. I'm like, I don't know. It just feels emasculating that this little girl is like paying, like half the shit or everything. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's okay. But I had so much value. I just gave her 30 orgasms. She's like, I want to pay so I could get 30 orgasms. It's like, if you don't have that value on the side, it's very unattractive. But look, if you got great game and you're fucking destroying her pussy. Okay, you're fulfilling all her fantasies. You're giving tons of orgasms. Women will pay for your shit. Okay, they will buy you dinner. They will buy you trips. Girls propose week-long trips to like fucking different islands and shit. But if you don't have that, don't try to split the bill. And like every guy that I've noticed who wants to split the bill, number one, just don't have money, like straight up. And they try to like reason like, oh no, it's because of this, because of that. Nah, you just don't have money. Just say it. And if you don't have money, it's fine. Find somewhere else to take the girl, like a walk through the park. Or they're like deep into like red pill and they just fucking hate women completely. And some red pill guy told you not to pay for women.
Yeah, I think...
It's hard to have that polarity, like masculine, feminine polarity, when you're like, can you like get this time? I'll get it next time. I don't know. It's just kind of gay.
Yeah, it feels really, really strange. And I agree with that. Like, we have some shit-ins now where they're dating some girls that are really fucking wealthy. And I don't know if it's their money. It sounds like daddy's money or some shit. And yeah, these girls are like trying to impress the guys. And they're doing the simp shit where they're like, yeah, I've got a holiday place in this, location, blah, blah. You can stay there all you want and da. And it's like, yeah, when she's trying to like impress and chase and things like that, sure. Like take the gifts, I guess, like take it if you want for sure. But as you said, if you're just going on a date and you're sitting there, I agree. It's either one, you're broke, or two, you're expecting this girl to not like you. And so you don't want to pay for someone that doesn't like you, right? But like, these are two disgustingly bad mindsets, right? Like, I'm just kind of of the opinion, like, if you're invited someone out, then yeah, I think it's like reasonable to expect that you just cover it, Like, if even just with one of my buddies, if I was like, hey man, come out with me to this thing, blah, blah, I'd probably just offer to pay. Like, I think it is a very like masculine thing to do. I'm not sitting there being like, my friend's trying to use me or some shit. It's like, what the fuck? If you're thinking that, then that's not your friend. Like, why are you even hanging out with him in the first place? So yeah, if you're going to take a girl out, it's one drink, bro. It's like, what, $15 at the most or something? Like, yeah, dude.
And by the way, if the girl's like, oh, I don't like that place, let's go to this place, and it's like a 5-star, like expensive fucking place. We're not talking about that. Like, tell them yeah. Like, it's not happening. Okay, like, you enjoy Applebee's or something, but like, we're not talking about like you have to like go take them for dinner anyway or expensive dates. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, that's like a drink at the bar. That's it. Yeah, 100%. If you meet girls that are trying to do I need a guy to treat me and I need a handbag or some shit, it's a very different story. Very different story. Oh, here we go. Cries during movies.
I think, did my girl put this one on there?
Oh, I'm not sure actually. I can't remember.
Okay, but I don't know. I don't know why this is, but women act like they're okay. They almost want you to cry during movies. But they do it with like, if you look at their body language, you could tell that is bullshit. Like my girl will be like, oh no, like I'm not gonna put this on the list. I'm not gonna put cries during movies on the list. No, it's totally fine. It's like, what the fuck? Because I know, bitch. I know if I start crying during a movie, you're never gonna look at me the same. Specifically, my girl. Okay, like she's not going to put up with that at all. And I did this one time where we were going to watch a movie and I go, oh, we can't watch this one. It's The Notebook. This almost gets me every time, She's like, we're watching this right now. And I go, okay, but I may have to walk out of the room, I'm acting. And I remember we're at the point where it's supposed to be really sad at the end. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to like turn my back and like kind of like away, like hide my face to see what her reaction's going to be. Okay, little experiment. And I turn away like this, motherfucker. I've never seen her get up and move quickly in my life. She was fast. Okay, she grabs me. I didn't realize she had the grip that she has, and she pulled me, and she wanted to quickly find a tear before I wiped it away. Okay, boom. I go, out. I'm not gonna cry. She's like, oh, but she was like laughing. Like, it was not like, oh, everything's okay, No, she wanted to like point and laugh at me. So I'm like, all right, this bullshit about it's okay to cry during movies. I don't believe it. I really don't. And I think girls could tolerate it and not maybe laugh at you, but at some point, you're going to be a little bit less attractive. Okay, your aura is going to go down after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and then she's going to remember all the tears, and it's going to be cringy now. It's kind of like she's taking the consent back. What is it called? Like
retrospective
consent. She's going to take that back. Okay, like 8 years later, and go, you cried like a pussy during that movie, in that movie, and you're like, but I thought it was okay. No. 8 years later, she's going to take that consent back, and it's going to be unattractive.
Well, I cry through most movies. Okay,
what you do, I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I do. If there's there'll be like a kids movie, I'm like that's pretty sad. That's going to bring a tear to my eyes. Fuck. But no, if I'm with a girl, like honestly, if there's jokes aside, if there's a sad movie, like it will make me tear up. But yeah, if I'm with a girl, I'm not showing that at all, right? Like I'm probably not gonna watch sad. Actually, dude, with my girlfriend, I don't think we watched a movie for like the first year or so. I didn't have a TV in my place. I literally didn't. She'd always be weirded out by that. She's like, "Why don't you have a TV?" I'm like, "I just don't watch TV." Like when she's over, we were like chatting, going out, fucking. Like I didn't like the idea of just like you got a girl over and you're just gonna sit there and watch TV or something. It didn't make sense to me. I mean, now I do, right? Like now it's, we live together, so it's a little bit different.
Would you cry if you're, I don't know, like you like cricket, right? What if your cricket team like has a crazy run and like beats India? Okay, like destroys India.
Oh, we destroy, absolutely wreck them. Nah, that probably wouldn't bring a tear to my eye. It wouldn't. But like if there was a really sad, like fucking Marlene me or some shit, a dog dies. Yeah, I mean, I'd be upset during that, or I'd be teary during that. But if it's a girl you just met, I wouldn't do that. And then obviously, like once you have, I think the value, and once you have like the dominance, the same thing I kind of teach guys with that, or we teach guys with perception either on Tinder or during the night, right? Like if the girl's like, "Oh, I'm not sure, you probably do this with all the girls," you might, hey, I love to cuddle. Cuddling's like a thing that I really like. Or maybe you have a picture of your dog or some shit.
Say, like, I've never done this in front of a girl. Have you ever done that?
No. Because I'm trying to think, like, there's not many girls I've ever watched a movie and cried in front. And even like now, if we were to watch I don't even know the last one. If we were going to watch like a really sad movie, she's probably like crying her eyes out. And, by the way you cry matters, so I want to make this clear. You don't want to be there like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. This is like that's going to be super fucking repulsive. But I'd be sitting there and there's like a tear that runs down my cheek here.
Like a strong masculine.
And then I've got to
masculine tear.
You got to do the slow. By the way, this is the key. This is the key. When you wipe the tear, okay, use a fist. So when you wipe the tear, don't do this. When you wipe the tear, grab a fist. You do this.
Gun or your fucking knife.
Yeah, exactly. Get a knife and wipe it away. And then like there'll be the dog like looks back up at her or something, and then there's like another tear that happens here, and you take a fist and you do this,
and then you keep watching. Whoever hurt that dog.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I still put in repulsive. I think like if the girl feels that you're like emotionally unstable, or you're too soft, it's going to be bad. But honestly, like I think there's a lot of guys that if you create a really good perception, like even if you pick a bad scenario where it's like, I don't know, the second date or some shit, a second meet, and you're watching a movie and it's actually a sad movie and like tears come to your eyes, I honestly don't think that there might be some women that do that. Don't get me wrong. There might be some women that say like, no, like this is unacceptable. I need a guy that has like, is a serial killer. Well, I think that's going to be more rare.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that it's okay to cry on the second. We can't. It's not gonna work out for 99.99% of you if you're crying.
I agree. Even I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that it's okay to, because I also don't want to take this to the other extreme where people think that they need to hold everything in and they can't show anything, and they end up being these monotone, like unexpressive fucking guys, or they're so emotional but they take it out using like anger, or they just withdraw from situations and not able to actually have it. You want like to be emotionally stable. Right? You can be emotionally stable and have tears come to your eyes, right? Or you can be emotionally unstable and fucking be angry or not able to speak to your girl about anything, or be super jealous and all this other shit. So like my message here is you want to be emotionally stable.
Do you know the only times I cry?
Say that
is
again.
the only times I ever cry, since I was a baby, is when students pull during boot camp.
It does bring a tear to my eye. Yeah.
When I see them holding hands with that girl and they're walking home,
It's emotional. Yeah.
Man, I'm like, what is? I don't cry for like people die in my family. I don't cry.
I mean, it's just death.
See students, it's just death. But this is like a celebration, and I don't know. It just really gets me when I see. True. I mean, how many pools did we have like last boot camp?
Bro, we had a pulling competition. It started getting a bit too far. These guys were just like competing with each other and like pulling nonstop. And then they had an orgasm competition. I think Ed won that one.
It was like, what was it, like 23?
I can't remember. It was insane. Yeah.
But that's the my cry, actually. It's all for masculine tears.
And then one student brought a girl around for Shibari to be tied up for the thing. Yeah, these guys were killing it. That I cried many occasions there. My girl was also assisting on that boot camp, so
he cried as well.
I had to fist it. You know what I mean?
With the rope, it was just
it was just
rope.
It's emotional. Yeah, exactly.
Paddle,
yeah, exactly. Cool. Fuck! I thought I put it up there the whole time. Did I not? Okay, yoga. I think this really depends.
Yeah.
I think this depends. Like, for the most part, yoga feels like a very feminine thing. But like, I could imagine, like, if you're a very fit guy and you're doing like triathlons or some shit and you're lifting and you're like roided up and you're a big dude and then you're doing like yoga, I'm not sure how much of an ick that would be, but I could imagine if you're just like an average guy and the girl's like, what are your hobbies? And you're like, I like doing yoga. Yeah, she might just perceive that as being like very feminine. So I would say like this is reasonable. I could see why there's like a feminine sort of trait or feeling around that.
Yeah, and my girl goes to yoga class, and sometimes there's dudes, and I ask her about it, like, what do you think about that? You know, like, is it dick? Is it cringe? And she's like, oh no, they do well. And there's like one fat guy, you should come. I was like, he's like, 300 pounds. He's, you should come too. Like he can't even do a lot of the things. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I mean, I think it depends. Like you said, I think you explained it pretty well.
Yeah. I used to do troop yoga, so we'd hire an instructor to come around to my place, and then. We'd take some acid, and then there was like, kind of trip. I thought,
poses, he comes up and like trips.
It hits you, no. So there was like, dude, at one point there was like 15 of us. This was when I was in my big apartment, and we trip for the day, have someone come around, do yoga. It was so much fun. That was awesome. If anyone thought that was an ick,
that's
fuck off. All right, then vaping.
Yeah, this could be a nick for some girls, for sure. I mean, look, I think smoking looks cool. It looks less ick, it looks cringe, but the smell and everything is pretty ick as well. I felt ick when I was smoking, and I had that cigarette smoke. I felt ick when I was vaping. I'm glad I stopped. But I don't never had any girl like, you know what I mean? Like say anything about the vape or like it never stopped me. So
I think so many girls are addicted to vaping that they probably don't care. Exactly. But I think the ones that aren't, if you have a guy that's like, oh, where's the vape? Who's got the vape? Hey, can you pass me the vape? I can see why that'd be unique. Someone said a lot of these items are things that guys worry about that women don't really care. Yeah, I agree. Like, by the way, this isn't, we didn't make a list of things that are unattractive to least attractive and things that you should really worry about. Like a lot of these, I mean, entrepreneur, sure, can't lift a sure, teenage, like actually these are all pretty reasonable so far. There's going to be some like yoga, and maybe that's when you wrote it, for example, and even maybe like applying lip balm and vaping and things like that. It's some of these icks, I think there's two things that are happening. One is girls are pattern recognizing that, hang on, all the guys that tend to be really soft, feminine, emotionally unstable tend to XYZ, tend to be the type that wear teenage colognes, tend to be the type that talk about red pill. So it's like there's this one behavior that they notice that extrapolates to everything else, and they're like, fuck that. Then what you might happen is you have women that extrapolate poorly, where it's like, I've just had one ex and he drove a BMW and he was a fucking asshole. And so now the next guy that she meets that has a BMW, she's like, I'm never dating anyone with a BMW. And it's like, well, that makes fucking no sense. That's a really poor predictor, right? Like, unless it is the case that all men that drive BMWs are soft or something, but like, it's a poor predictor. And then I think there's a third thing that happens is women like to be selective. So they want to appear as if they're not chasing any guy. Like, this is a big DHV for them. Like, I'm a selective type of girl. So when there's 5 girls in the group saying, oh my God, I'd never date a guy that wears, that collects Pokemon or something. I don't know. We could pick something like ridiculous. Then, of course, the 6th girl, if you want to seem like you have standards, you're going to now come up with this stupid ick. So I think what happened is there were a lot of girls on TikTok that were bouncing back and forth, coming up with more and more ridiculous ways to show they're selective. And then other girls would have to jump on that and be like, oh, not just Pokemon. I also can't stand people that, I mean, Crocs is kind of like whatever. But like they'll pick some like, oh, that wears a backpack or jet lag or something like that. It's like ways to be more and more selective. So yeah, some of these are going to be a bit stupid. Some of these won't really matter at all. But I think like so far, some of these are important. Like being like emotionally unstable. So for example, like crying during movies is something to worry about. Being cheap, poor is something to worry about. Like, yeah, this is also coming off as like maybe not being too successful, being too soft and weak. Like so far, these are pretty reasonable, I'd say, but there are going to be some that are not so. All right, joke bombs. So you got to say a joke and no one laughs.
No one laughs. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Especially if you're really trying hard and like waiting for everyone to laugh.
yeah, true.
Even more cringe.
Or if you say like, hey guys, I have a really funny joke to tell you. That's worse.
I mean, look, if you have like you have a particular sense of humor and personality, and it's very dry and kind of not giving a fuck and almost trolly, you could get away if your jokes kind of bomb. Because the people are going to think, okay, you're fucking around. You know what I mean? I think if it comes from a place of like wanting validation for that joke, it's pretty cringe. So I think this is very reasonable. Yeah, man. Like I'm just thinking about being in situations with my girl. If I tell a joke and it bombs, I think it'd be okay if it bombs if she found it funny, or if it was like an inside joke or something. Like, it bombed, haha. And like she could laugh about it and we have like an inside thing about bombing. But seeking validation, I think, is the worst thing.
Seeking validation.
When I'm talking to her about like things, about these type of things, a lot of it is like try hard or seeking validation. It's all like needing something externally so that you can have your confidence, your self-esteem to feel good. Everything seems to be connected to that when I kind of dive deep and figure out like what she finds unattractive. It's external, you know? Yeah. It's like try hard. It's needy.
True. Actually, I think I want to move because I'm just thinking about the other ones we have. I might move down this to like little delusional. Maybe this to little delusional. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. We'll think about it. Yeah. Okay. I was going to. So this is the guy that was like, oh, I was going to do X, Y, Z, but he never fucking does it. Like, yeah, I'm going to start up my business. I'm going to head to the gym. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. It just never happens. It's full of plans and ideas, but never executes.
Man, women hate that. That's repulsive to women.
Yeah.
If you're constantly, I was going to do that. I really was. I was going to do that. And you never, it drives women fucking crazy. Even the most I was going to women, okay, like even women that are like, I was going to, it doesn't matter, guys. Don't think just because she's a I was going to girl, you could get away with being a I was going to guy. There's a double standard, okay? And you're not going to change that. It's repulsive.
Sure. Begging. I got to put this in repulsive. Like, please just stay a little bit longer. Please hang out with me. Please, can we just like have? Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, this is like validation seeking on roids plus looking and feeling pathetic and just pure desperation. Like, I don't know if you can get more repulsive than this. Like the minute you start begging, I don't know if you can save yourself from that.
And not only that, not only do they find it unattractive, something switches, okay, in their brain, and they don't just find it repulsive, they almost abuse you in some way. Like, you know what I mean? Not physically, but like they feel like they could take advantage of you or abuse you if you're on your knees begging. Like you're in this vulnerable spot, and just something pisses them off so much when you beg too much or you're put in a position like this. They feel like they have to, I don't know, like abuse you in some way or take advantage of you. So it's even worse than just unattractive.
Yeah, because you're literally telling them, I will do anything for you. And if you have a girl that needs or wants something, then yeah, she's going to fucking take advantage of that. So don't ever put yourself in a position where you tell someone, I will do anything for you. There's never. Rude to servers. I mean, I feel like this is
on my girl's list. Yeah,
I feel like this is going to be us too. Yeah. I feel like, especially when it's like to someone below you.
Exactly.
Like if you're rude to like the security guard or CEO or something or some bullshit like that, I feel like it's more forgiving. But when you have the authority, when you have the power, and then you're like punching down, I think that's when it becomes a lot worse of a perception. Yeah, 100%. And so, yeah, this is like the typical stereotypical thing that you'll see every girl say is like rude to servers, and it's the one that I actually think is actually true. I don't think there's many girls out there that are like, oh, my guy was rude to the server. Like, what a fucking G. Ooh. Like, you just, yeah, it comes off as pathetic.
But I have the same one with women. Like, I would not like that if my girl was like rude to servers.
100%, yeah, 100%. Messy bedroom.
I don't. I mean. Yeah, I mean, look, there are girls that have like OCD. I guess it depends on like how messy your bedroom is. Like, is it disgusting? Does it smell bad? Is there like old food and like cups laying around? I think it depends because generally my bedroom is clean, but like back here you have papers kind of everywhere. It's like organized chaos, but there's nothing disgusting. There's not like food left out. It doesn't smell. I think that's fine, but again, it depends on the girl.
Yeah, I think dirty bedroom would be like cringe. Like if you have old food and stuff in there or smells like, oh dude, once I had a student, this was like fucking 6-7 years ago. I went round to his place. We were doing one-on-one coaching and I'm like, can I just like pee first? I go in and the toilet and the bathroom was just dirty, like dirty. And I was like, dude, how do you pull girls here? And he's like, oh, whatever. So yeah, I think it's a little bit cringe. But if it's just messy, like girls always used to complain that I had like, my bed wasn't made or that like my pillows weren't lined up or, you know, it's like stupid shit like this. It's like that, yeah. You might have some OCD girls.
I had a 44 last year. She walks in. She's like, wow, this is messy. Yeah, bitch. I'm in the nicest apartment in the fucking country, and it's not messy at all. Okay, like it's actually like nice and clean. I had a cleaner here. Like everything is nice and done up, but there's like a few things kind of like, you know, not straight. So like, it depends on the girl. That was fucking ridiculous. I wanted to kick her out then.
Blows on hot food.
That's good. Okay, that's okay. Now that that's
kind of funny. When I first read that, I was like, "Who gives a fuck?" But then I'm picturing it, and you've got like a guy sitting at the table with me
on the first date. Yeah.
Oh, it's so hot. Oh. Again, similar technique, guys. This is a very important technical stream. I hope you guys are appreciating the solid advice we're giving here. So you can. This is for the tears. Okay. This is for the lip balm, and then how do we blow on hot food? Is there a masculine presentation?
I would get
here?
the girl to do this, and look, this is investment.
Hey, blow.
Investment.
Yeah, true.
You pull up her food, you grab her by the hair, and you go blow.
Yeah. Right. Show me how good your skills are. Yeah.
Now, this is
good
dominant.
Girl. Yeah.
You sexualize the date. Yeah, it's like she's getting kind of turned on by this.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can see her blowing technique. Like, is she good at blowing or not? Yeah, it's important to know.
Look at this. Right? Look at those fucking lips blowing on my fucking hot. Ooh,
damn.
Hot. Ooh, so hot.
Oh, that is hot. Ooh, damn. So hot. All right. I'm gonna say this is a little delusional.
Yeah.
Collects Pokemon.
Reasonable.
I'm taking this personally.
This is really like, have you ever, personally, I've never seen an attractive, like masculine or strong or high testosterone, not even like average testosterone Pokemon collector in my life. They're always like kind of like mama's boys. They sit around the house collecting, playing with their Pokemon. They're like skinny fat. They're clearly low T, high estrogen. They have no experience with women, clearly. They're a fucking mess. They're a mess. And I think this is a good indicator. If a guy says, look, I collect Pokemons, he's not going to make you come, period.
I think a guy that leads with this and is big on it, it's kind of cringe. But I feel like during COVID, there's a lot of people that just started collecting Pokemon that are like normal dudes. I know there's a lot of like really famous streamers and shit that were doing like they were like unpacking Pokemon cards on streams and stuff, like Logan Paul, Aiden Ross, all these guys. So I think if you are a self-identified Pokemon collector and you're like playing some nerdy shit, then this is probably reasonable. If you have some like expensive Pokemon cards or something, I think it's probably like a little delusional and whatever. But I also wouldn't tell the girl. Like I wouldn't lead with that. Like, what are your favorite things? Collecting Pokemon? I don't know. Unless it's some fucking Japanese girl that's into this or some shit. Where is the clit? This is just straight up repulsive. If you just don't know what you're doing sexually.
This is my girl's list right here. It's like, you know, you bring the guy back, you lay down, and he's like, "Is this the clit? Am I in the right spot?
What am I doing? Yeah,
what am I doing?" Because right away you're dry. You want to leave.
Yeah. Oh, foot play.
Foot play. Yes.
Okay.
It's like, look, you just want to like touch. You just want to touch a little bit of feet. You know, you just want to like hold it, play with it a little bit.
Yeah, I think it matters how you express your kinks, because there's sometimes that I might say shibari, and that might be like Japanese rope bondage. It might be an ick for a girl because she's like, oh my god, this guy wants to like tie me up in my basement. It's way too much. Foot fetish is probably one of the like biggest stigmas around it. Because as you said, it usually feels like it's like weird guys that are DMing girls asking for their foot pics or something, right? So if you're into this, don't fall into that stereotype, right? Don't ask for foot pics. Don't lead with, oh, I like feet. You can definitely fuck girls and like involve some type of like foot fetish or foot play in that. And it's probably going to be completely fine. It's still...
Yeah, I can tell you how I know this. Okay. By the way, I don't have a foot fetish. I don't even care about feet. I'm not disgusted by feet, but I just don't even notice feet. But I remember there was a student who had a foot fetish on boot camp.
Bali, right?
I think we had two. I think there was like two different like foot fetish guys. Yeah. But I remember going, foot fetish. You know, we had to come up with like routines and stuff for like the foot guy. But I was thinking, like, could I get away? Like, I don't even know. I don't have a foot fetish. Like, how many girls would find this repulsive? So I tried it with all my girls. You know what I mean? I pretended like I had a foot fetish. And I would be like, oh, my God, look at those feet, you know? And I would try to get, like, really into it, like, really good acting. And I did this with so many of my girls and, like, new girls. They all got into it. Every single girl got into the foot fetish play. Like right away. I did this to my main girl. Like, oh my God. And she got visibly turned on. And she's like, oh yeah? And even when I told her I was just kidding, I don't have a foot fetish, the next day she would put her feet up on the fucking like table or something. So like you could get away with this shit.
Oh yeah.
But you can't be a creepy guy. You
just can't be the foot fetish guy. Yeah, you just got to be a guy that enjoys sex and like you involve the feet. Like I've been with girls with foot fetishes. Like this isn't a I know like the perception is
oh really? No, I'm actually curious about that. Like tell me.
Yeah, dude. I was at Josh's place, so like one of our students, and yeah, there was a girl there. I forget how this started. The reason I remember is we have this on video where yeah, how the fuck did it even come up? I must have been sexualizing, like, what are your fantasies, blah, blah. And she's like, oh yeah, I love feet. I got a foot fetish. I love when guys play with my feet, like blah, blah. So as this interaction goes on, now I've got this girl's feet in my lap. It's like I'm massaging them. And the rest of the group is like, they look over and I'm just like massaging this girl's feet as I'm talking to her. They're like, what the fuck? One guy takes a video. He's like, send it to me the next day. He's like, what's going on? But like, yeah, dude, I've been with girls that have like foot fetishes. It's not like a male only thing. And yeah, they absolutely love it. And I think like for a lot of girls, say it again.
Like, do they like do they like guys' feet? Is it that way too, or
she liked her feet being like played with, touch, like blah blah, and yeah, like it's as long as you're not that creepy guy, like you're fine. You can explore like a lot of your fantasies without having to worry. Like even I could think of something more extreme. We've had guys before that are switches that are like, actually, do you know what? I do like being submissive and I do like the girl taking control. And it's like, that's cool. You just can't lead with it, right? Like there's not going to be many girls where you're like, hey, I want you to tie me up and blah, blah, blah. Like most girls are going to be repulsed by that, but you can lead by
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like, we made it work with them, man. We made it work. Man. Like
I think initially they're down. Okay, I think over time they make a. But
no,
how many
disagree.
Pull out like a strap on. Like how many girls have you said, "Hey, put the strap on and fuck me"? They would do it right away in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, like all of them, I'd say.
All of them. Yeah.
But yeah, like we even like Timo, who runs the tantra company that we used to have on our boot camps. Like he's a switch, so like they do a lot of switch play and things like that. Like
who's a switch?
Timo, do you remember the guy that used to do our tantra? Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of times you can make your certain kinks or fantasies and stuff like that work. It just usually you need to think about what is the perception of this and maybe don't lead with it. You need to build up the value first, and then even if it's like threesomes, right? Like build up the value first and then explore with her. What do you want to try? Like, what are you into? She's like, I've never been tied up before. Awesome. And then you could tell like, yeah, there's something that I want to try. What is it? I really love threesomes with like two girls. She's going to be way more open to that than if you just led straight away with, I want a threesome with another girl. Girls are just going to get super defensive about it. So, yeah, long way to say, I think this is reasonable. But yeah, just don't lead with it. What about the David Swift foot routine? Actually, dude, yes. Do you remember that? I have Infield of you.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It was in Bali in a club with, they were from Iran or Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember. Holy fuck. I completely forgot about this.
And I opened two, I don't know, where were they from? Saudi or something? They were from like the Middle East, Saudi Arabia or Iran, one of those.
Yeah.
But I remember like opening like two girls, sisters, I think. And I don't know. I looked down and she was wearing these, I don't know, like see-through shoes or something. I was like, those are some nice shoes. Nice feet. I bet they're pretty sore right now. Standing in this, they're so sore. I sat her down. We're in the middle of the club, and I just take her shoes off.
I forgot about this.
I just started like massaging her feet. Then I rubbed my hand up her thighs, and I pulled her, and I got halfway down the street, and then these big Arabic dudes came out of fucking nowhere, big and jacked. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. They're like, were you in the bathroom with her? And I'm like, I don't even know who these guys are. Like the boyfriend or the brothers. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I made her come with the foot massage, by the way.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, dude, that was such a lost memory. Pessimistic.
Yeah, this is on my girls list. She was talking about during like conversation. The guy just starts blurting out like pessimistic statements about the future, about how we're gonna die, about like, oh, this is not gonna work out.
Work sucks. Yeah, I mean, this is either repulsive or cringe. This is up there.
Yeah,
I've put it in cringe. You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Crocs.
Some emo girl would join in, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a circle jerk of pessimism.
Crocs. I used to wear Crocs. They're pretty fucking ugly. But
you used to wear them?
Back in the day, back a long time ago.
Damn, you're like the OG Croc guy.
I'm a back right when they came out. Like, I'm a masculine man. I could wear the Crocs. And
did you ever put like the little badges and stuff on them?
No, back then they didn't have the badges yet.
Oh. Yeah, I'm like, whatever here, who cares? I know Austin Summers is a big fan of Crocs. But yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. I guess like
6'4", jacked, handsome. You know what I mean? Gray subcoms. The girl's gonna be like, "Oh, he's got Crocs on."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know enough about the fashion or like the type of people that wear them or whatever it is. Like, I can see that some people think
guys,
it's like
Pokemon collectors wear them. Pokemon collectors. You need
exactly. Yeah,
you need comfortable shoes while you're collecting your Pokemon.
Exactly. Yeah. So I could see like any fashion thing that is just typically worn by like loserish dudes, then I can see why it could be reasonable. I think Crocs has that unique ability to be like, I'm standing out or I'm cool enough to wear the uncool thing. So that could kind of work. But I couldn't give two shits. Whatever. If you want to wear Crocs, go for it. Acting jealous.
Yes. My girl put this on there as well. She said unreasonable jealousy.
Unreasonable.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Because there's like, okay, you could be jealous at certain, like she was okay with that. But like, I gave you no reason to be jealous. You brought this over from like a past relationship, this traumas from a past relationship, and you brought it into our relationship. And you have to check the phone. You have to make sure this and make sure that. And like she's behaving, she's not giving any indication of anything. You're just bringing some like past issues into your current relationship and being jealous over nothing. So that was the ick.
Or even jealousy like before the relationship. Like you're trying to meet up with the girl. She's like, oh, I can't. I'm like busy that night. Oh, you seeing another guy? Question mark. It's like, it's like that shit. It's like, whoa, man, I just had to work or something. Or like you meet up with her and she like thanks the waiter or something and it's like, do you know him? So it's like, what? I just like thanked him. Like, what the fuck?
Actually, this works, by the way, because I do fake jealousy every once in a while, you know, because I'm not a jealous person whatsoever. But it kind of bothers women that you have zero jealousy whatsoever.
Oh yeah, it annoys them.
There's something, and it really does annoy them. So like every once in a while, like I'll throw in like you said, I'm like, do you know the waiter? Because his body language just kind of like displayed something. I don't know. Like, do you know him? Who was that? Or like, I don't know, some guy will walk out from a room that she came from. I'm like, do you know that guy? Where did he come from? Were you talking to him? And like, she knows I'm fucking around, but they kind of like it a little bit. If it's coming from certain guys, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like you can do that because there's like trolling, and then you have these like, it's an excuse to have really good, strong, dominant subcoms. I feel like a lot of guys would fuck up trying to replicate that, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, like girls hate it. Like I've had girls before because they use jealousy as a way to get things, right? So the best example is if they want exclusivity and you don't, and you're like, actually, I'm happy with things the way they are. But if you want exclusivity and this doesn't suit you, I get it. They'll be like, okay, well, maybe I'll just go back with my ex. Or like, yeah, no worries, I'm going to go meet up with another guy now. It's like, all right, well, take care. It was like really fun knowing you.
Girls don't use that. Girls never use that on me because they already know it's not going to work. They know it's not going to work. Number two, they're afraid if they even try it. I'm just going to be like, okay, goodbye. And I'm going to go fuck some other bitch. I had one girl who tried to do that. Okay, one. I would be like, he sounds like a great guy. Go do it. And then I got a message years later going, I miss you and this and that. You know, if you mentioned when I tried to make you jealous, you didn't even care, and I miss it. So like you can't show signs that could work on you, because if there are signs, women will absolutely
they'll use it. Yeah, if it works, they'll
take your bitches away, and they're trying to get like an exclusive relationship. They will go, fine, I'll go like on a date with this guy or that guy.
Yeah. Like this specific girl after that was like, I hate you, Mark. And I was like, what's up? She's like, you don't even get jealous. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Don't give them the satisfaction of that working. All right. Guys that describe themselves as nice guys. So they might complain like, yeah, I'm a really nice guy, and you know all these other guys are mean. Like I get like white knighty energy from this. Like that guy's so mean. Yeah, I think this is a bit
my girl put this on there. Essentially, guys who verbalize over and over again what a nice guy they are.
Yeah.
So it's not like the behavior of being a nice guy. It's
the identity.
The guy has to tell you over and over what a nice guy he is. And I think she's throwing shade at me a little bit because I do this every once in a while. You know,
I'm a nice guy.
You know what I mean? It's like, why'd you fuck that girl? She was going through something. I'm just a nice guy.
Just helping out, yeah.
Like she's kind of throwing shade at me with this one a little bit, but yeah, I'm like, look, you don't have to like. I don't know what do you call this? Like blackmailing the girl into getting like compliance or getting what you want, but I don't know, making her feel guilty, framing yourself as a nice guy is pathetic, and right away is just I don't know. The girls just their pussies get dry. I don't know. Do girls get wet when they go, oh, this guy's so nice? Like,
yeah, not at all. Yeah.
No.
You're basically saying, like, I'm a pussy. I'm such a pussy. I'm such a pussy. Like, no girl's going to. It's just with his own looks. The thing that makes this, I think, an ick is twofold. One, it's a very feminine thing to do. But two, it's like a big insecurity. Like, I've seen guys that are checking themselves out in a mirror and then asking girls like, oh, do you think this is okay? Or I've got a pimple. It's like the big insecurity, I think, is the biggest if factor. But then obviously like it seems very like feminine.
Well, there's a third part you're missing.
Yeah, tell me.
Is when you're so obsessed with yourself and like things like your looks, it takes away attention and time for the girl. So she's actually like competing with your looks or with your obsession, your insecurities, and you're not putting that focus onto her. So I think that's like a third thing. It's like you're just always like self-absorbed. You're always thinking about yourself. Essentially, it's a selfish thing, and you're like neglecting me to a degree, or you're not even complimenting my looks or saying anything about my looks. And I'm insecure. How can I be insecure when you're more insecure about your looks?
Yeah, and then Ricky added one more, which is a good point. You're more worried about what a man looks like. That is pretty gay. You spend all that time looking at a man in the mirror. That's a bit homosexual. Yeah, I agree.
Looking at other men, obsessing over other men's looks. Yeah.
Anger issues. Yeah, I mean, this is like repulsive. Yeah, I think like there's times where like anger is a very attractive trait because it feels very dominant and strong and assertive. But it's only if that anger is appropriate or like at the same level. If you're just angry at random shit, that is just very impulsive. You have no control of your emotions. Like to me, this is at the same level as just like crying uncontrollably. If some guy, I'm trying to think of something that's like super silly and it doesn't really even matter. Maybe at a club, like some guy looks over and like glances at your girl and keeps walking. If you're the type of guy to get so upset about that, really angry, I think one thing on the list that I took off was like stub your toe. Like you hit your toe and then you're like pissed off for the rest of the day. You're really like, bro, get a control of your emotions. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, but that shit hurts, bro. That hurts for like the next hour, and you walk around and your whole foot you're walking with a limp, and you have to go to the gym. You have things to do. It's like your whole day is fucked up. Like I can't do anything. My attention is on my fucking toe. I can't put shoes on.
2 days later, the girl's like, I'd really like to fuck. You're like, but my toe, okay? I stubbed my toe 2 days ago, okay? Do you not care about me? Let's watch a sad movie so we can cry.
My massage therapist like gives me shit about my toe. So I'm like, my toe fucking hurts. So I get angry at the massage therapist for touching my toe.
Maybe you have like fuck. What's that like? Gout? Maybe you have like gout.
I do have.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
I was taking some like supplements for that.
That's fair. Mama's boy. Oh, that is just S tier repulsive.
This is like every woman.
It's like everything here. It's you're emotionally unstable. You rely on someone else. You seek validation elsewhere. You let someone else tell you what to do. You have no life goal or ambition. You put your fucking mum before other people in your life. Like, yeah, this is
like international thing, and like it manifests slightly different because when my girl put Mama's boy on here actually, and when I asked her like, what exactly do you mean by that? It's a different culture. She's saying, oh, you get married and all of a sudden the mom wants you to live with her like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't do that in America, but like in their culture, you're mama's boy, so you bring your wife to live with your mom. And now the women, you know, your wife and the mom are together and she's bossing you around. So that's like her fear. That's what mama's boy means to her.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, you like competition's your mother-in-law now, so it's pretty fucked up. Gets rejected. So you're like, you're into a girl? Yeah, go on.
Okay, this is my girl put this on here. This is very interesting because I was thinking this. And I like whenever I game other girls in front of her, I'm thinking, man, this is like a risky
scenario.
Yeah. Risky scenario because if nobody laughs and the girl's like, ugh, man, I don't know how I'm going to recover, how long it's going to take, if she's going to see that, like how that's going to work out. But I like risk. I'm a risk taker. Okay. So I'll go up and like talk to a Russian girl in the gym, like a really hot one, going, man, this is going to be the end of my relationship. If this does not work out. I've been very lucky. Okay. But she put this on here. And she's like, yeah, you're in a situation where you're like talking to a girl and she's showing like signs that she's disgusted or she's not attracted or just outright ignores you, rejects you. And like, I am there and I see that. I just can't deal with that at all. I think where that's coming from is she watches me talk to other people, other women, and it goes well so often. And she feels the validation of, oh, fuck, man, David, he could have got this hot blonde. He could have got this girl. This girl's giggling and laughing. I'm a little bit jealous, but I'm proud at the same time. So she's probably thinking the opposite of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think negative pre-selection you got to be really careful of. I also think like the way you respond to it matters. Like, so I had a similar situation where I was with a girl and she literally thought that I could get anyone I wanted. Like, her perception of me was I would walk in a club and no matter what girl was in there, married, doesn't matter, hot, got a boy, I could walk in there and get that girl. So I think that would be a really big reality breaking thing to get rejected in front of that girl in particular. But I think for the most part, if you're just a guy and you're gaming a girl in the club and then you go off and you start talking to someone else, I think if she sees you get rejected, it really matters how you take the rejection. So if you get rejected and you walk away looking sad and defeated, it's like, oh, ick. Like, this is almost like repulsive. It's hard for a girl to say, well, that girl doesn't want him. I guess I'll just be needy and take him anyway, right? Like, he's not good enough for anyone else in the room, but fine. But I've done this so many times where you go into a set and the girls, you could get like rejected. The girls are just giving you nothing, or they're like, look, we got boyfriends, or, whatever it is. If you leave that interaction with a smile on your face, no worry, hey guys, have a good night. Have a good night. All right, see ya. Smile. I will just turn and open to the next girl, and it's always positive because she doesn't perceive it as a rejection. She sees me smiling and waving goodbye to these people. Or sometimes I'll just turn to the girl if she was in earshot and I'm like, did you hear this fucking shit? Like, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I'll start my next interaction. So I think like the way you respond to it really matters. I think getting rejected and then acting rejected is like repulsive. I think getting rejected and dealing with it is probably like reasonable.
What if the night you watched a movie and you cried through the movie, okay?
Yeah.
And then the next day you go day game with her and you get rejected. Like, do you think like the combination like will hurt you?
Depends. So scenario. I'm crying. I'm like, oh, this is a lot. Hey, can you go make me a hot chocolate? Okay. Extra milk. All right. And then she's like, oh my God, this fucking pussy. She brings it out and I'm like, oh, this is hot. Hey,
can you blow on it?
Get here. Blow on it. Fucking yeah, good girl. All right, yeah, test it. Is that good? Tell me, is it good? All right, good girl. Ooh, okay. And then the next day, I get rejected. I'm like, all right, see you guys. No, it's all good. Blah blah. I think with enough tools in my tool belt, the anti-ick technique and routine stack, I might be okay. But if I was like doing this, if I sipped it and like didn't, and I was blowing on it, if I went chapstick, I think at that point I'm done. I think at that point it's over.
I was just thinking of crying. Do you know what I do when girls cry or my girl cries?
What do you do?
I lick her tears and I go, oh, that's so fucking sexy. Okay, I grab her, I lick her face, And oh, fucking salty. I pull my dick out and I say, cry louder. And I make her suck my dick.
Stop it. You're turning me on. You know that. Yeah. I got a weird kink for girls crying.
I've been thinking about doing this for so long. And I thought, fuck it. Today I'm doing this shit.
I'm stealing that.
I came so hard.
That's what. Yeah, I remember there was one time Swift and I were with a girl.
Bro, wait a second. I think about that every week. Okay, I don't know why. Every time I see you, I see your face. I just see
the girl crying. Yeah.
And I told my girl about that moment. Okay, yeah. This is something I just have to tell people because I don't know I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like trauma for me, almost. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I do want to tell that story.
I do. I don't even remember exactly what happened. But we were with this girl, and I don't know if we already closed. I think we already closed. And then she was telling us a story. We
told her from an event.
From an event, yeah, that we ran, and then I think she was telling us about like an ex-boyfriend that died or something, or there was some. Yeah, was that it?
In a car accident.
Yeah. And she starts tearing up, and something about like girls crying turned me on a little bit. I don't know, I'm fucked up. And so as she's telling the story, I'm just getting more turned on, more horny.
Well, I'm comforting the girl, by the way. I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. She's like, he reminded me of you guys. That's why I came home with you. And we're naked. We're naked. She's completely naked. We just fucked her like at the same time. And I'm like, oh my God, last week a car? That's brutal. And I'm like, and I look over because I'm looking at her and I see in the corner of my eye a face like a shark, like a predator come out of nowhere like this. And I look over and Mark is licking his lips. I mean, I've never seen a predatorial look like this in my entire life. I was afraid. And he's like, yeah. Mark, like, are you Mark? And you're like, and you start rubbing her thighs, and I look down. He's rock hard. Okay, it's like he's rock hard. I'm like, okay, do you want me to like leave the room? Man, that was I was ready. Was traumatizing for me a little bit to see. Like,
yeah, she kind of told me. I never thought about the licking the tears. I might have to implement that. But yeah, there's something about the dead boyfriend story that really I don't know. Keep me going.
This is a real story. This actually happened.
This actually happened. Yeah.
This was years ago, and I still think about this.
Yeah, and I think you asked me later. You were like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Bro, I don't know. There's something about girls crying that just turns me on." You just looked at me. You're like, "What?" You're like, "Dude, she was talking about like a really tragic thing," and I was like, "Dude, I can't help it."
Her boyfriend of like 8 years or something.
Yeah. Someone said, "You're not alone, Marcus. You're not alone." Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. So yeah, if your girls are sad, okay, don't bring it around me. All right, getting rejected. What do we think here, then? I think it really matters the response. I'd say probably like cringe, but it's repulsive as bad response. And then even like honestly, it could even be a good thing if she doesn't perceive it as a rejection, right? Like if she just sees you going up, you get rejected, doesn't look like it. But I think for the most part,
signs of like disgust or
you
know what I mean, of disinterest, you want to call it, it's never good. It's not good at all.
Snores.
I had a situation. I pulled a girl from a bar one time, and I had to go back to her place because it was closest. I fucked her and slept over there, and she woke me up in the middle of the night and said, "Babe, I can't stand your snoring. Can you leave right now?" And I had to get up, put my clothes on, and leave at like 3 a.m. and drive home.
Yeah.
But I had one girl who loved my snoring. She was a hardcore feminist, like a well-known feminist. It's like it's crazy, like this hardcore feminist who loves like all the masculine things, like the hardcore. She's like, I sleep better when I hear your masculine snoring. So it could annoy some women. But I feel like if they really like you, if they're attracted to you, they're going to either like the snoring is going to be comforting, or if part of them I don't know, they just don't like you so much. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like most girls are just used to, depending on how old they are, they're just used to someone snoring. Like I think it's a fairly common thing. I think like I've had a student tell me about this where his snoring is like insane. He's like incredibly fucking loud. And that got to a point where it was like difficult to sleep, like piss people off. But I think if it's just like what I would describe, I don't know, normal snoring, then I like, honestly, most girls are okay with this. I don't think I snore that often. I've never had a girl like actually complain or what. So yeah, I think that's whatever, bro. Like,
you're a quiet snorer.
It's not like you can fucking control it. Like,
but is that a good thing that you snore so quiet? You know, it's kind of like
maybe. Do you know what I was thinking about? I didn't put this on the list.
Mark here? Where's Mark?
But like,
and I walk in, I go, oh, he's here, but he's not snoring.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah, I know. Right. I was thinking about like finding some way, like drink before I go to bed or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's the other thing I thought about is sneezing. So like, my girlfriend always says I have a very masculine sneeze. All right, like when I sneeze, yeah, you fucking know I sneeze. All right, like if I'm in the bedroom and she's cooking me dinner, she knows I just sneeze, and I'm gonna make sure she knows I sneezed. Okay, like that is gonna reverberate through the fucking house. She's worried. She's worried. Yeah. I want her to like, oh, and I'm like, oh, sorry about that. Just one of my high velocity masculine sneezes, you know. I think it turns her on a little bit. I do sneeze mog, actually, is what the kids are saying these days. And I noticed there's some people, we'll be at like parties, we sitting around, and someone will be,
your girl will get jealous because she'll see other women like visibly turned on by this.
Yeah, that happens. But then also the reverse of like another guy in the room will be like, like this, and then she'll look at me. Yeah, she'll look at me and be like, "Did you hear?" And I'm like, "I know. I'm sorry, you had to witness that."
We won't invite him back.
I'm sorry. Yeah, some of my friends, they don't know. Yeah, they don't know how to sneeze like a real man. I was like, I tried to teach them. You know what I mean? I try to help them out. I'm like, bro, listen, you're gonna lose some girls
on you. I think.
I know. Actually, maybe that's what she was thinking. Like, why'd you invite this guy with that type of sneeze? Yeah, that's actually true. Maybe I need to run some more sneeze classes. Actually, yeah. That'll be a part of our boot camp, actually. One day is dedicated to how to sneeze. So, yeah, if you guys feel like you're getting sneeze mogged and you need a sneeze max, then let us know. We'll assist you.
Yeah, run the boot camp.
Yeah. Emo captions. So this is going to be like Instagram posts or like your story posts. We're using quotes, and it feels just very like emotional and sobby and... or even like inspirational, that bullshit.
Yeah, my girl put this one on there, and I don't know, just she's like any kind of quotes, like after a breakup, or like you're just putting quotes like it's okay, keep trying, you know, like keep your head up, and blah blah blah. I don't know. I think she just has some sort of like.
Yeah, I mean, I
trauma around that, but
yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I think there might be like some quotes that you could use humorously, or even some quotes that might fit the photo or something like that. But if you're a quote guy where it's like all you're posting are like these inspirational quotes every day and or like these emo posts and stuff, I think that's like fair enough. I'd probably sit this around a little. Well, I guess emo quotes would be like reasonable. Just using quotes in general would be like a little bit delusional. But I could see where it comes off.
Nick, for me, because back home, the trashiest girls that I wouldn't want nothing to do with always posted these fucking quotes every day. Or like you could tell, you know, what they're going through based on the quotes. You know, like when they break up, people died, and then this, and like the friend, there's a fight with the friends. You could always tell where they are in life. And it's like, man, you have a turbulent fucking life. And it's just, you just want to like stay away from them. So like for me, when I see the quotes, I already know, number one, she's gonna be easy, so I could fuck her. But two, like I don't want anything to do with her after that.
That's fair. Oh, dude, bad breath. I know we're talking about female Icks here. Dude, I can't stand this. Holy fuck. If girls got bad breath, like I carry mints around with me. And back when I was gaming, like if girls had bad breath, I'd be like, have one. Or I do the joke where I'll grab myself a mint. And if girls are like, oh, can I have one? I will literally just get my mint packet and just like pour it onto her hand. She's got like 20 in her hand. And I'm like, you need it. I'd only say that if her breath wasn't actually bad. But yeah, I always had mints with me. I was like, bro, I can't stand this.
Unless your breath smells like pussy.
Oh, yeah. Then I wouldn't consider it bad. Girls would probably find that hot. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd put this repulsive. I think if you got bad breath, it's going to turn a lot of girls off. Sucked dick.
Yes. So my girl put this one on there. She found out a guy had sucked dick, even just like in college, experimented a little bit or something. Any kind of like sucking dick is for her an ick and a no go.
That's fair. I don't.
In Australia, it's normal because all the Australian guys are like open-minded and liberal. And
No, I was gonna say like I don't know of any students that have been like bi and been like, oh, this is something like, do I tell like I don't think I've ever dealt with this before. I'm trying to think if I've spoken to girls. Something I do notice is I remember back in the day, like we used to run a lot of like gangbang routine, right? Like we're gonna both take you back, blah blah. I think a lot of girls sometimes would be like, hang on, are you guys going to do anything with each other? And it's like, no, we're not, right? And so I always perceived that as like an objection or a fear. And it seemed like they weren't into that as much as I get all the attention and you guys are like both fucking me. So like I could see why this could be like a reasonable ick, or girls might perceive it obviously as like feminine. Yeah, I just don't have much like understanding or experience around this.
Can you imagine you're like a feminine, submissive woman? Can you imagine your masculine man on his knees, like, I don't know. It's like, it's like the ultimate, like, like no go.
Yeah,
for a feminine, submissive girl, right?
Yeah. The only thing I'm thinking maybe you make it work is if there's like
let's not make this work on the live stream.
No, I'm trying to say like if there's a
stream, okay, let's not try to make this work.
If there's like let's say there's like a gay guy who is bi, right? So he likes men, but he's kind of into women too. If you're at like a sex party or something or blah blah blah, then like some girls might be into the idea of like, oh, there's a gay guy and I'm going to turn him, or like there's a gay guy and I'm going to have sex with him. So like that is an instance where like maybe it's attractive, or maybe you're bi and you just don't fucking say anything and you're just a masculine dude. I think that could work too. I think there's going to be a real hard problem to be like, I'm into women and I'm also very feminine and I've kind of sucked dick before. That's going to be like S tier ick. I
think it only works if you're gay and like handsome, and the girl's like, "Ooh, this is like a fun little project."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I've met girls like that.
Yeah. Therapy.
Like the guy goes to therapy.
Yeah, guy goes to therapy.
I would put cringe. I think it depends on like if you're coming back from war and you have like PTSD. Understandable. I don't know. Maybe you get into some car accident and your whole family is like in pieces, and you're like, oh my god, my whole family's gone. Understandable. But other than that, like, I think it's A.
I disagree with you here.
Therapy? I just think it's like good for you. Good. I think it's good for me to just go anyway. It's like gay as fuck.
I'd say I disagree here. So this is where
it's not for men. Like therapy.
Now you're being hyperbolic. No,
really. No, therapy is
not. Well, I think you're 1,000% wrong.
Women like talk about your feelings. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Why is that?
Women. It's just
why is that ridiculous? Do you think it's good to have emotional control?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you think
talking about it nonstop?
Hang on, wait. Do you think meditating on your feelings and understanding your schemas and processes in which you process things, do you think that's a good thing to sit down and understand?
Well, if you say it like that, it sounds gay, right?
Why does that sound gay?
I don't know. It has like a therapy kind of feel to it.
Okay, well, if you treat your mind like a computer system or an engine, and you realize that, okay, some of the code here is kind of messed up a little bit, or some of the like mechanics that I'm using are a little bit outdated, is it not good to have a review of that and think, okay, what code here is a little bit outdated, and should I like update and fix, or at least be aware of?
Well,
do you think that's not a good?
Well, that sounds like great emotional control. It sounds like it sounds pretty masculine. You're kind of doing that on your own, but I don't know, to go like each week and sit in front of some dumbass woman and
just wait, because now we're exaggerating and making a dumbass woman. So like if we were to do this within ourselves and kind of process our own thought patterns, and like have that introspection, I think we'd both agree that it's like a really great thing, right?
Well, it says Swift, you're wrong. Sorry, buddy. Therapy is D tier. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's. Oh no. Oh, I see what he means. He's probably in therapy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not. Look, I'm not. Listen. Like, I'm sorry. You guys have issues and everything. You're in therapy. You don't have to I'm sorry. But I just think it's not necessary. Of course, you get PTSD. There's certain situations that happen to you that there's particular therapies that would be helpful and understandable. Yes. I'm talking about, I don't know, a lot of women just go to therapy because whatever. I don't know. They just can't control their emotions. They're in therapy.
I think these are very different things. Like, I think what you're thinking about, or what you're talking about here, is a therapeutic situation where there's a girl going to therapy and they're basically doing like active listening, where the therapist is validating everything this girl is saying and feeling. It's almost like ChatGPT therapy, right? Where you on ChatGPT, you're like, oh my God, my boss is an asshole. Oh, wow. Yes, your boss is an asshole. That must be so hard for you to deal with. Yes, it is. I'm really struggling. Oh yeah, maybe you should take some time to yourself, take some sick days. Like, you deserve this, girl, blah, blah, blah. If you have a therapy like that, that's just bad therapy. It's like, for me, this is the same as being like
a lot of therapy,
getting.
Right? You would say that's a lot of therapy out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
and
there you go.
And it'd be the same as saying like getting coaching about game. Like, I think we could say that's super cringe, and I can't believe you're going to these guys, getting their advice, like they have no idea what they're talking about. It's ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think for a large part, like, yeah, a lot of the coaching out there is super cringe.
Yeah,
but then there's like,
I've been over with over 1,000 women.
Yeah, 100%. So like, I think you find a therapist that is actually willing to challenge your beliefs, is actually willing to help you process things, is actually able to give you a system that they can update, like as I described as your code. According to the girl, like if you go to her and you're like, I struggle with my emotions and I don't know what I'm doing and I need help and I go to therapy, yeah, that's going to be cringe, right? Girls are not going to perceive that very well at all. I think just the act of going to therapy, I think is awesome. And I think like if the girl was to say like therapy is stupid and there's no point of it and blah, blah, I think like she'd be a little bit delusional or ridiculous. So I think the perception matters. Like, you want to be perceived as a guy that is like, hey, I'm emotionally stable. I want to be able to like understand myself at a better level, and there's coaching I do as a part of that. I think that's fine. But the perception matters. So I would put it. I think the girls are delusional.
If it's tailored towards men specifically, then I could get behind that, of course. But like therapy as it is now, and like majority of the patients are women. They go to therapy for any reason whatsoever. It's tailored towards women. It's mostly women running therapy sessions, and it's tailored towards women, not men. So you could say like it's great.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
A guy, and you happen to get one that's specifically tailored, like the small percentage that it could work. But for the most part, it's.
I mean, that I'd even push a little bit back on. I mean, CBT, there's huge amounts of evidence, and it's pretty standardized, and it works for men. And I'd say like ACT is something similar. But I agree. Like, I think men respond a little bit differently to therapy, and I think a lot of it is probably aimed at women. I mean, I agree with all this. Like, this is something to be changed and fixed and worked on. But there are really great results, even with like something as popular as CBT for men. And yeah, I think working on your inner game or your mental health, I think is a really great thing. And if girls are going to say like, that's an ick, I think they're a little bit delusional. And I think they're probably reading into it probably a similar way you are, where it's like all these guys are just going to like talk about their problems and they're doing nothing about it. And they're just looking for some like external validation of how they feel. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, I think that's pretty silly.
Yeah. I didn't say anything about working on mental health or like your mind, or I'm against that. Obviously not, because we do that, UMP. I'm talking about therapy as it is, mostly run by women who are, their lives are in fucking shambles. You know what I mean? Like, this bitch, she has no emotion control. Her life is in shambles, and she's gonna sit down and like fucking And I don't know. I don't like the idea of like every week just talking about all your problems from the past over and over. Women do that. That's what women do all the time. They bring up shit from the past. They bring it up. They go over and over. It's the cycle.
Yeah, but that would just be like that'd be really bad therapy. I honestly, and I don't think that's the most popular style right now.
I think is bad therapy, and that's what it is the majority of the time.
Well, I don't know if we have data to support that it's the majority of the time or it's all the time. I think one of the most popular modalities of therapy right now is CBT, and that is a very like challenging of thoughts and beliefs style. ACT is becoming more popular, which is all just behavior and fixing behaviors. Yeah, so I don't know. We can move on from this bit.
Yeah, I mean, look, we may need therapy after this tier list. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Listen, I'll find you a good therapist. Like, by the way, just for everyone on the audience, I think therapy is awesome. I've been to therapy. I would recommend therapy. You need to find the right one, because I agree with Swift. These people have done a lot of the times like just 4 years at university or like 6 years at university doing like a bachelor's and then a master's, and yeah, they can follow some guidelines of CBT, which is fairly structured, which I think is helpful. But if you want to find like a really good therapist, that's like a difficult thing. The same way as like finding a really good business coach or a fitness coach is really tough. Like there's so many just people out there that have like done a course on it. And to find a really good like dating coach is probably the hardest out of all these things, right? The barrier to entry is even smaller. So yeah, I guess we can.
Have you seen the like retreats? They have them in Bali, where it's a bunch of like guys coming together and they're like screaming at like a tree or something.
Yeah.
They're like rubbing against each other or like rolling around or something. They're all crying. They're yelling at each other. Look at the comments. It's all women talking about how fucking cringe this is. That's like, and that's supposed to be like a more manly way of, I don't know. If you did that, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, that's
no. I haven't done that. What I was going to say is I haven't read the comments, so I don't know if women say this is cringe or not. Like, I feel like a lot of the comments are women saying like how great this is and how empowering it is. Now we can disagree with like if that's what they really mean or not. But I also don't know the ones you're talking about. Like, there's a guy in Sydney that I know that does a lot of like masculine. Like inner work, but it's more through what I'd describe as like hippie or psychedelic type of approach. And so it's going to be more like bodily shit. Like, yeah, they'll do like drumming circles and stuff. So I just don't know much about that modality at all. I feel like if I've never seen comments of like women hating on it. I could see like if I showed a girl that, they'd be like, what the fuck are they doing? This is a bit weird or creepy. I could understand that 100%.
If the typical therapy session involved LSD, I would be open to it. I have some chick over here like talking about what do you see now? Okay, like what are you feeling? I would be like, oh, look at this, like a cat jumping around, that I could get behind 100%. And Ricky, just go to your therapy session. I know you're like gonna miss your therapy session because of live stream. But go to your therapy session. My God.
I think you need some therapy. I think Swift, you have some PTSD around women going to therapy and getting validated for their emotions and feelings. Yes, I think you need a therapy session to get over this. Maybe we should take a CBT approach. And
wait, what do I need a therapy session for?
Because you have a belief that therapy is bad and it's cringe.
Okay, I need a therapy session for that.
So I think we should assess where these beliefs are coming from. We can start to challenge them. I noticed some resistance. Are you feeling okay? You're
See,
all right?
This is what I'm talking about. Do I have to This is what you listen to. Therapy session, I would kill myself.
Yeah, because it's challenging your belief. I know,
I can't sit across and
There's some dissonance happening right now.
You know what I mean? Like, I think my biggest issue really is I have to sit across from someone that I think I know more than. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna like talk to me, and I'm like,
I don't think so at all. You don't need a therapist to know more than you at all. That's incorrect.
I just think I look across. I'm like, what? You have no authority. You don't have the competence. I don't know. I couldn't.
Yeah, I think that's incorrect. I think like even a style of therapy, honestly, like even the one you're talking about could be helpful with a little bit of challenging. Like even just an active listening, even honestly, there's a lot of guys I think would benefit from that. Even shit therapy, I think guys would benefit from. Like if you just have someone in front of you that doesn't really know that much and is maybe training, and she just says like, well, I'm just curious, like, why do you believe that thing? Or like, what made you get to this? Or like, even a question of what do you think you should do about that? I think just encouraging people to self-reflect. And of course, you do it by yourself. But I think even sometimes bad therapy like that can be good. It's just the worst therapy is if you just have like a ChatGPT model just telling you everything you think is right. I think that's the worst type. If you just have, and that's why it's sometimes nice to use ChatGPT for some guys. Most of the times I don't think it's great because it will just agree with everything you say. But yeah, anyway, we can talk about this another time. Maybe we can do is therapy good
about this. And like I didn't realize we have so many fucking mental patients in the fucking chat. I'm sorry, guys. Join the mastermind, I guess.
I don't think they're mental patients at all.
You're just spending hundreds of dollars per week. Join the mastermind. Like, what
it
the
is.
Fuck?
I think it's incredibly normal for any guy to. Well, it's incredibly normal for anyone to have like some type of. Let's say room for improvement in the way they process emotions, thoughts, and their life, right?
I agree.
So
100%.
when I think about therapy, there's like 0, which is kind of baseline. There's 100, which is like perfect. And then there's minus 100, which is awful. I think like most times when you think about therapy, it's like trying to get from like minus 20 back to 0. I think there's room to go from 0 to like 50 as well. So like, yeah, I'm a huge proponent of therapy. I think it's awesome. Sure, it can be hard to find someone really good in the space, but I think it's worth trying to find that person.
I think some of my biggest issues is one, it's a woman like leading the therapy session. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's awful. If you go to a therapy session,
the idea of
she's a woman is a woman.
What makes a woman incompetent?
I have so much experience with women and like professional women. I just can't imagine.
You don't believe this. This is not how you treat your life. This is not. If you have a female doctor, you listen to your female doctor. There's no way that you don't. You've been on flights with female pilots. You don't live your life like this.
I would leave the plane right away if it's a female pilot.
Okay. This is Swift running game and being polarizing. No. All right. Stubborn.
No, but one more thing.
This is perfectly lined up.
I also don't like. I don't think just talking about your issues over and over and talking about the past like every week over and over.
I agree.
Sometimes just moving forward and not thinking about
your idea of therapy is warped. That's what's happening right now. Your idea of therapy and what it is warped.
Like new, modern, advanced, like
100%. Like you're just picturing like a woman in therapy being like, "My life sucks," and the person being like, "Yes, it does. Are you okay?" Not really. "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's book in a session next week." Like I know like that's the idea of therapy that you're kind of picturing and imagining, and I can agree that that's not very helpful for most of the time. But CBT approach isn't that. ACT approach isn't that. IFS approach isn't that. Like, so yeah, I would just encourage these guys to pick a model that has evidence behind it and pick a therapist that has some experience, and you'll be sweet.
Yeah, wasn't Swift surgery performed by a woman? Yes, and I was. Look, they said, "I'm going to put you under." They said, "We're going to knock you out," and I said, "Listen, if I'm going to have so many women performing surgery on me, I want to be awake during the surgery." I was awake during the entire surgery to make sure everything was good, okay? And also, it was like the only surgeon was a woman in the hospital.
All right, so what about stubborn? Do you think that's a bit of an ick?
Stubborn.
This is so well timed. Like someone that has a belief and isn't willing to shift it, and will.
That's you actually given me shit for shifting my beliefs like in the past 2 years. What are you talking about?
All right, so stubborn.
Stubborn. I mean, in what way?
Fuck. I think it was written. Is not able to admit when they're wrong. Was what it was written. So I just changed this.
I'll never admit when wrong. Yeah, I think that's not good. But I think you could go to the other extreme and always admit that you're wrong when you're not actually wrong, and that could be very fucking disgusting to women. You're like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Did we put this on here? Let me see. Because my girl put something similar to this. Maybe.
I combined a couple and yeah.
Okay, so what she had was. Excusing me when I have bad behavior. So what she meant is like when I know I am doing something wrong, if I'm saying something wrong or doing something wrong, I'm behaving badly, and you excuse my behavior. You go, oh no, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. I'm not going to punish you.
Yeah.
It's all right. To her, that was in the top 5. She did not like that because she knows she's misbehaving. She can't help it sometimes, but she needs someone to be like, you're misbehaving. Don't do that again. She needs direction. She needs to be punished, right? Because she can't do it herself, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
would. Yeah, I'd put this like reasonable. I feel.
I think it's important that you admit when you're wrong. When you do something wrong and you clearly did something wrong and everyone knows it and it's undeniable. I think it's ridiculous to not say, look, I fucked you over. My bad. And look, if you do that, at least you have the track record with your girl that when you are not wrong for sure, and she wants to say that you did something wrong, you can step up and say, listen up. I admit when I'm fucking wrong. Okay. At this moment, I am not wrong. And at least she goes, that's true. Maybe I need to reevaluate whether I'm wrong in this situation. But if you're always never wrong, then guess what? She's never wrong in any situation.
Loud eater. Oh, bro, I personally can't fucking stand this.
Yeah, this one you don't like. I remember you put like fucking earplugs in like an autistic kid when I would eat. I remember that. Like I'm like, Mark, are you there? And like, I just can't do it. You're eating too loud.
Start flapping. The sensory thing just gets to me. Yeah, dude, I can't stand this. But I think it's probably like maybe reasonable. Or am I delusional? You can be honest with me.
I think it's a little delusional. I don't think this is an issue for like most women.
Yeah. You decide. What do you want to eat? You decide. Where do you want to go? You decide. What do you want to do? You decide.
With the girls in my rotation, this is repulsive.
Yeah, I was gonna put a cringe, but I can agree with that. Chasing, bro. Chase is the ping pong ball. This is so funny because I have a friend who he organizes like a bunch of events in Sydney. He's a very popular dude, and he gets a lot of female attention. But this guy is Canadian, and he loves beer pong, right? Like, we will go to after parties, set up events. He'll have beer pong, right? And he told me he was on a date with a girl, and they were talking about Icks. And she's like, yeah, one of my biggest Icks is watching a man chase after a ping pong ball. And he goes, I think we should end the date. he was straight up like, I'm done. It's like my whole life is chasing ping pong balls, playing beer pong. But there's no way, okay, we've given you a few techniques. I'm sorry. There's no way to look masculine while chasing after a ping pong ball. You're just going to have to accept it, right? It's either you're going to be the ping pong ball chasing guy and you're not.
Make people wait. Walk cool to the ping pong ball until it rolls and stops, and then pick it up. Yeah,
but then you got the ick of losing beer pong. You know what I mean? Like it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Don't play ping pong. How about that?
Oh man, I'd rather take the ick. I'm playing ping pong. Right. Safe driver.
Yeah. You know, so there's something about safety, okay? Focusing on safety that women cannot stand. And the thing is, I'm a safety guy, okay? So like, I'm like, walk on this side of the street. Hey, don't walk under these things because these things fall. Don't walk next to the construction. So I'm a little bit hyper-focused on avoiding a lot of situations where I could lose my arm or die. And look, I've made it this far. I've avoided a lot of situations. Now, girls don't like that in particular.
No, they don't.
They do not like that. But I found a way around this.
Oh.
I will show them all of my reels of death and people losing heads and arms. Smart. And I will spend night after night showing them, this is why you don't touch the power line. This is why you move. You wait for a car 5 feet behind the crosswalk, so forth. They see this and they go, holy shit, I don't want to lose an arm. His arm easily ripped off. There's blood everywhere. This is disgusting. So when you do that, they go, okay, safety is pretty cool. Okay, that's a cool thing to do.
That's smart. Yeah, I know my girl gets the ick when I drive like under the speed limit.
A lot of the videos are from India, by the way. Yeah, I can't. This is my favorite. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I saw one video. Man, why do Indians get hit by trains so much? It's unbelievable. I saw one video where the woman was jogging on the track towards the train, and the train was moving kind of slowly, like very slowly, like boop, boop. And she was running towards it. And it's like, just don't run on the train track. That's it. She slips and falls. She can't get up fast enough, and her body is just torn to pieces.
She's trying to be cool.
I've never seen this before. Indians, I don't know what's wrong with you guys in trains. Like an Indian going, of course trains will kill you. Like to them, this is like normal. Like, yeah, of course you're gonna get hit by a train every once in a while. It's not normal.
They're real alphas, man. They're being cool, bro.
Get off the track, India, man.
The anti-ick. Yeah, I mean, dude, I face the same thing with my girl about shit because she's like danger prone, as in like she will, and I'm like, even in Bali, right, where I'm like, nah, fuck it, we'll take the car. Like it's better. She's like, no, I want to jump on a motorbike without a helmet or some shit. I was like, get in the fucking car. And I would use the whole, instead of showing videos, I'd use the whole, listen, I used to work in a hospital, okay? Do you know how many people I saw come in dead? Like, I'm fucking hands on their chest resuscitating them because they didn't wear a fucking helmet. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to be us. So, but I like the video idea. That's kind of nice. Bro, but yeah, safe driving. Fuck these girls, okay?
I'll give you one video, and she sees that. She's not going to ride a motorbike.
She's good.
It was in Bali, actually. There was a couple, they were driving very slowly, and the big truck was driving slowly. It's not very fast, but they lose their balance. They fall over. The guy was able to get up fast enough. The girl was not able, the wife. It ran over its head, and if you zoom in, he's holding the wife. No, because there's like a zoomed in video of it. Holding the wife, and there's no head. And he's trying to hold the head, but there's no head. It's so sad. It's fucking sad. And you see that one time, and you're like, doesn't matter, I'm not riding a motorbike. And I had 3 massage therapists in a row told me their mom, their son, and their husband all died on motorbikes.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's a very common thing.
Dirty fingernails. Dude, I think this is, man, I think this is at least reasonable, because at least at the point where the girl's thinking like she wants to fuck, if she looks down and your fingernails are all dirty and shit, like, yeah, you're about to get.
Like you're working in the fucking.
Oh yeah. That's okay. That's fair. It could be like very masculine.
He's using his hands out there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Being a male feminist, and here I'm including like the cringe male feminist. Not just like
any feminist is
no, women should be allowed to vote. God. Okay, they should have access to birth control. They should have equal rights. But like to the point that the feminist is like men suck. Everything's the patriarchal fault. Like we deserve to get paid more or some bullshit. All that stupid shit.
It's feminism though. So if you're a male feminist, you're for all that.
Well, there's like 4 waves of feminism. I'm saying if you're like the first wave of women should be allowed to vote, I don't think you're
let me tell you, feminist. I've dated feminists, well-known feminists, and they hate male feminists. They don't find them attractive.
Yeah, because they just hate guys.
Misogynistic man. No, they prefer misogynistic man actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but like it's questionable whether women should vote. I don't believe that. That's just me personally, but that's for another live stream.
Should people who can't be drafted be allowed to vote? All right, let's save that for another time.
Why women are gonna vote us in to die and they don't have to fight in the war? I think it's ridiculous.
I think women should be able to be drafted, but like if you're saying women who can't be like people that can't be drafted, like if you only draft to the ages of like 50, I think like a 53-year-old should be allowed to vote. If you got a guy that is like disabled and doesn't have a leg and he's not going to be drafted, he should be allowed to vote. Now, it's a different argument if you're saying, should women be drafted? Yeah, I think they should. If you're drafting for war, women should be drafted.
No,
yes.
I disagree. I disagree with the red pill. Women should not be drafted. Have you seen like war videos? How horrible? Like, do you want your woman?
Okay, so question. So you don't want, the reason is because you don't think women should be traumatized.
I cannot, no. The masculine side of me, the high testosterone side of me wants to protect women. I could never send them to battle. I can't do that. Can't do it. You can't make me. Okay. It's just a masculine, like protective side of me because I'm very protective.
Fair enough.
Women. I'm a male feminist almost, but look, I just can't send women to fucking battle. Like, there's no fucking way. No, I'll go to battle, but I'm not gonna send her to fucking battle. but I'm going to take your right to vote away. So
That was a protecting
like,
them.
there's a trade-off here.
I protect women. They should really, but they don't deserve to have a say or vote. And blah, blah. Okay,
but do you see that, right? Like being like, I'm going to send women to die. Like this.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, 100%. If we're at a point, so if we're at a point where drafting is necessary, which I can't imagine, but like, say we're at a point where Australia is actually getting invaded or some shit, and we're all like at the precipice of like, we need to defend ourselves or we're gonna fucking die, and they're gonna draft like our citizens to go fight. Yeah, I think they should draft females. Yeah,
it will happen.
But they should draft.
Immigrants are not going to fight. That's for sure. They're not going to fight.
No, if you're an Australian citizen, you drafted. Yeah. I don't think that is going to be a realistic situation ever.
It will.
Hopefully.
It will happen.
When? For what? Like,
it will.
By that point, there's going to be so many advanced.
Every certain points in history. Like
but we're getting so advanced that like there's going to be some point where you're not going to be drafted. There's just going to be a bunch of like nerds that have been playing video games their whole life, controlling like bots and drones and shit like that. Like boots on the ground type shit isn't going to be that common moving forward. Unfit sex. So this is where the guy's fucking and he's like sweating and dripping everywhere and he's like out of breath and
I've had that. I remember I had an Indian girl actually one time. She was an Indian Miss Hyderabad. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just remember like it took so much to make her come. And I'm fucking her, and I'm having to do a lot of work. She can only come in like missionary, and I'm going at it for a long time. And my sweat is just dripping in her face and her mouth. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, just come already." But she came. Everything was fine. So
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, that's probably not good if you look like you're exerting yourself in a pathetic way like this. But then again, it could be framed like if she's enjoying it, whatever.
Yeah. That's fair, yeah. I think if the sex is shit and you're really unfit, it probably makes it a lot worse. Isn't there a war happening right now? Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's in response to.
A lot of motherfuckers dying on the ground.
Yeah, but America is also like tall soldiers and they don't have boots on the ground. Not defending the war, but
there's going to be a draft soon in America for sure.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a draft in America.
There will be. I guarantee it. Watch. There will be.
Within what time zone? I'll make a bet.
Well, we had a draft in the 1970s or so. When was that? 60s, 70s?
Okay, how many years before the next draft?
It's about time, isn't it?
I will say in the next 5 years there won't be a draft. I'll give you 10-1 odds.
I will say in the next 15 years there will be.
Okay, I'll give you 3-1 odds on that.
Okay.
All right, I bet you $1,000. 15
there
years.
Will be a draft.
Right.
There will be a draft. Doesn't mean that people will be sent, but there will be a draft. There will be. They're already talking.
I bet you $1,000.
There will be a draft.
I bet you $1,000. 3-1 odds.
There has to be a draft because when people aren't signing up for the military anymore, because your whole country is just immigrants and the natives don't want to like die for like Pakistan.
Yeah, I've got a question for you. Okay, so how in terms of the American population, how many do you think are American citizens, and then how many do you think are illegal immigrants?
Who knows? I don't know. There's a lot of illegal immigrants. I mean, I lived with my best friends are illegal immigrants.
All right, cutesy language. So this is going to be like the oopsie, the hey sweetie. Maybe do we have baby voice in here? Maybe like speaking in like the baby voice, like hey babe, it's really not. Oh my god. Where would you rank this?
I think it depends on what the language is, because there are girls who kind of like that, like, hey, baby, hey, sweetheart. If you do it in like a daddy dom kind of way, women love that. I'll do that in the club. I'll be like, look at you. Oh, you're such a brave girl.
Sure.
Look at that. They just fall into that frame. Now, if you are like, if you're the baby, like, I don't know, like if you are the baby and you're like, mommy, come here and help me. It's like, all right, that's fucking horrible. No. I think you can get away with that.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
it depends
I
if the
really-
cutesy
yeah,
language is framing her as like the baby or
exactly.
the sub, or if it's framing you as the baby or the sub. So yeah, let's just pop this reasonable, and it's going to depend on how it's
Yep.
done. gets gets
Wrong.
gets the lyrics wrong. So song comes on the radio, and it's like da, 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 and then you sing it out loud. You say the wrong words, or lost.
That's funny because I sing to my girl sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, holy shit, like I haven't sang the songs in a long time, and I get the lyrics really wrong, and I am self-conscious about singing the wrong lyrics, like it's a ick or like it's a DLV. So I'll pop on the lyrics on the screen and then sing.
Smart. Yeah,
But I think this is ridiculous, right? Like,
yeah. I think this is a little bit. We haven't had any ridiculous, but yeah, I want to move some of these down. But yeah, I think this is who gives a fuck. Like, again, it's going to be the reaction. If you do this and you're like, oh my God, I actually thought it was a thing. But most guys I've ever seen do this, it just comes off as like confident or funny or fun or whatever. Like I haven't actually seen any girls become like unattracted because of this. Guys that label themselves as alpha. I mean, this is fucking cringe. Yeah, holy fuck. Dude, there's a student I know. Well, not a student, fuck. I don't want to say it in case he knows. Anyway, this is really cringe. Don't do the whole I'm an alpha thing. Okay. Too horny. So this is probably more in the desperate category. So this is a guy that is like desperate for sex, but girls might describe it as like he's too horny. So this is like uncalibrated sexualization. So in the club, you're constantly trying to like make out with the girl, for example.
Yeah. I think too horny it comes down to whether she's sexually attracted to you or not. I think that's what it mostly comes down to. But again, there's a desperation, like, oh, I need this. I haven't had sex, and it's like any girl I would do this to. If it's like, fuck, look at you, like you're fucking sexy. I like the booty. Fuck, like if it's coming from like you specifically, fucking turn me on, and I can't fucking help it. Then it's a little bit different. If it comes across like, because some girls will say that, like, you say this to like every girl, like you just like going around like trying to sleep with everyone. They're saying this because they think that you are a little bit desperate and you're going to say this to anyone. So I think is how attractive you are to her, and also, does it sound like you would say this to any girl or specifically that girl?
Yeah, I agree. Even Ricky kind of said, too horny. I've used the, you're so hot, I can't control myself. And it's had great success. Yeah, 100%. Like girls, as Swiss said, girls that are attracted to you, they want you horny. They want you like fucking, right? But I wanted this is more the angle, obviously it's an ick. It's more the angle of, I'm not really that into the guy, but he just seems like so desperate and he just like keeps pushing and pushing on non-compliance. So say it's reasonable.
A lot of Indian guys in the club.
True. Won't try new things. Yeah, so this is kind of just boring, stuck in your own way.
I don't know. Is this a real ick? Like,
yeah, I mean, it depends. This could be ridiculous. Like maybe the girl's like, I want you to come and what's something that's like crazy stupid? Get your nails painted with me or something, right? It's like, all right, shut the fuck up. But maybe this is like a guy that just collects Pokemon cards and is sitting at home. And the girl's like, let's go to this new restaurant. No, I don't like that type of food. Let's go to this. No, I don't want to do it. Well, how about we go try that? I don't like that. Then, I mean, that's going to be pretty boring and shit.
Yeah,
so
you gotta have enough like open mind to have like little unique adventures or something with your girl. I'm not talking about a girl you started dating. I'm talking about like your fucking girlfriend. You have to like, you gotta give them some new experiences every once in a while. It doesn't have to be like every day, every week or something, but every once in a while you have to kind of. Like
trying a new activity with her is fun for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, it can actually be.
I'm taking my girl to swim with manta rays and just like fucking. She's been in the guest house for a few weeks in a row. Like that's a new experience, and should appreciate that for sure.
Manta rays will be fun.
Tomorrowland, and
Yeah. Bad dancer. Dude, I don't know if I know you don't follow the club shit, but sometimes I see it on my stories. The Clav. He was in a club and he was dancing and it was so fucking bad. And I think without seeing that, I'd be like, whatever. I think most of our students just don't dance, right? Because we're not usually on we're just gaming, right? And then the ones that do dance are usually the ones that can, and they're doing like the salsa and shit like that. So I don't think it happens often, but I think if you are actually generally just a really bad dancer and you try to dance with a girl and you are a bad dancer, then I can definitely see some aura lost here and it being a little bit like reasonable or cringe for her to.
Well, I think if you're seriously trying to dance, like you're taking yourself seriously.
Yes.
And then you're like,
that's cringe.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, the girl could be like, come on, David, just let's dance. Like, have a little fun. Jesus Christ. If you go, but I'm not a good dancer, I'm not dancing, that could be like a little like, oh, you're insecure. You can't just like fucking move a little bit, you know? So it could go either way. But like to just put yourself out there and go fucking dance and you can't fucking dance, you look like a goofball, that's going to like remove some of your aura. And you maybe have to like fucking chill in the corner, like a little bit mysterious, then like, I don't know.
Yeah, you make a really good point. I think it's
if this is like my girlfriend or something, then fuck it. I'm gonna like dance a little bit. You're not taking yourself seriously. We all know I can't dance.
You got some moves, bro. You got some rhythm. I think the thing that I'm thinking of is, I think someone mentioned this too. It's a bad dancer who thinks he's good.
Yeah.
It's like they're going out there, try hard, like blah, blah, and you just have no rhythm. I think the guy that can sit there and just, bubble along and chill like that, that's going to be more attractive. Yeah.
All
right, cool. What are we?
So, I think this is, this has to be an ick. Because this usually comes at a time where the girl's not asking, like, do you want to be in a relationship or like, what are we? If you're having to say that, it's a little bit too soon, a little bit too early, and it's not the frame, right? Now, I asked my girl, I said, what about what are we? And she's like, no, that's totally fine. Yeah, but that's because I forced her to say, like, what are we at some point, like a few years in, So she's thinking, like, no, I would prefer if you said, what are we? I was like, not really, but she didn't like that. She had to like chase for like, what are we? You know what I mean? So like, I just don't say, what are we? Like, get the girl to say, what are we? Like, she really likes you. She wants a relationship. She will get to the point where she will throw an ultimatum at you one way or another. It could be subtle. It could be not like doesn't feel like an ultimatum. It could be like, I'm going to make you jealous ultimatum. It depends on the girl and how like she's going to take that approach, but the girl will get to the point where she goes, what are we? Can we at least try this? Or we're doing this or we're not doing this, or like time is ticking. I got to like figure out what I'm doing. I'm like in my 20s, my mid to late 20s. So get the girl to that point and then go, you know what? Fuck it. I like you. Let's give this a shot. Why not? You need to get it to that point. There's no need for you to be like, what are we? You've already lost if you're like asking for a relationship, period. A lot of guys are not going to like this because some guys do get into a relationship like this, but it's always a suboptimal frame entering a relationship where you're asking or begging, because to her it's begging, by the way. You know what I mean? You're chasing, whether you're saying it like, all right, let's get into a relationship. You can do it in the masculine way all you want. All she knows is you want the relationship. You're asking for it, and she's giving into it. And that's never good. Because if you 100%. Give in, she's always in the chasing frame. Like, okay, I did it. I made it. I got him in a relationship. I need to make sure that I maintain this. Because if he wanted before, he could easily fall right out of this. So I think this is a optimal position to be in, and not what are we.
Yeah, exactly. The whole mindset is around how do I keep this as opposed to do I still want this? Make it stronger. Indian PE is playing chess and Ick. 1817 rating. Let's go. Not at all. I think chess is a masculine, superior, intelligent form of expression, and any girl thinks otherwise can go fuck themselves, okay? We actually used to...
I agree. I don't play chess, but... I don't know. I'm just impressed by motherfuckers that are like. When I go to New York, I like to watch the guys play chess in the park.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
To me, we saw I'm impressed.
We saw Alexandra Botez Indian PE, you'd probably know who that is. We saw her last time in New York at the park. She had like a stream set up there and shit.
I used to watch her. Oh.
Yeah. Let's go with raincoat. This is like another safety thing.
Umbrella, raincoats, gay.
Yeah.
I've never held an umbrella in my adult life. Never happened. And I'm not gonna put on a raincoat. If someone offers me an umbrella, I go, nah, I'm gonna walk in the fucking rain. It's low T beta male shit. If you do we have the umbrella? Oh, let me hold the umbrella. I don't get the water. It's fuck.
Yeah, I do the holding of the umbrella for my girl, but even like last night we got out and it started like sprinkling. She's like, "Oh, should we go up and grab the umbrella?" I'm like, "Nah, we're good, we're good." But a lot of girls fucking really care about their hair and shit like that. But at Tomorrowland, that trip that we did where we went on a few hikes and shit, and I told my girl, I'm like, we should get some raincoats for the hike in case it starts raining. And I saw that look. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to find a really masculine raincoat. So I found one of the ones. It just looks like a jacket, but it's like that material. And I was like, okay, this hopefully will save me. So I did this. Put my lip balm on. Wore my masculine raincoat. But yeah, it's pretty fucking lame.
You show up in like the yellow rubber raincoat with the yellow hats.
Oh, gee, yeah.
If you show up like that with the yellow boots,
you wear some like gum boots. Yeah. Oh, you're GG at that point. GG at that point. Oh, dude, I put this in for me. Milk drinker.
Yeah, I think this is
so.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Like fucking, you know what I drink?
Yeah.
Horse milk.
Oh, okay, you're with me. Okay, yeah. Fuck these girls. This is ridiculous. All right. If you don't like a milk drinker, get the fuck out. Yeah. I love drinking milk. And so there'll be some days where I just have a glass of milk. And I've had girls before be like, Are you just drinking milk? And I'm like, yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Who says
like,
that?
Oh, okay. Dude, I've felt the judgment from these women, okay? I had to go to therapy that week, Swift. I had to sit down and I was like, this girl judged my milk and they were like, oh, really? Tell me more about that. I was like, they really hurt. They're like, oh,
it's raw fucking milk. It increases your fucking testosterone. It makes you hornier. Your dick
same
is harder.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck these girls. Yeah. Yeah. I can drink my milk. All right. Then gamer. Okay. Again.
Hold on. If you had chocolate, like you had to like cocoa powder or something, then it kind of ruins your milk drinking aura, right?
Mm-mm. Yeah. I think the way you get away with that one is I've got a friend right now who him and his girl make it's organic cocoa shit. They use like a milk throw. It's like a full on thing. That feels awesome. That feels like it's someone making a nice coffee. You know what I mean? It's like kind of something artistic about
Sacred cacao.
Sacred cacao.
Yeah, it's like for like ceremonies. Like
okay.
Cacao. If you have that, you could get away with that.
Yeah, it gives you like a little bit of a buzz. Yeah, that's fair. But if you're using like Milo or something, I'm not sure if you guys had that. Yeah, you're using like a kid's chocolate thing in there. Yeah, fair. Gamer, fuck him. All right, gaming's cool. All right, it's in right now. So these girls can.
I played. I was thinking, did I ever play video games with like my girls? One time, many years ago, I broke up with my girlfriend of like a few years while playing a game because she was nagging me while I was gaming. This is a long time ago. This is like my second girlfriend ever. But she came in, she nagged me and said, I'm not dealing with this while I'm gaming. We're over. Okay. I did play with my current girl. I did have like a 3-month streak where I played video games. But man, I broke some stuff. I was throwing my controller around. You know what I mean? She'd come in. It was like, Matt's like, fuck you, motherfucker. She'd come like, oh my God, I've never seen you like this. I don't like fucking losing. And she just never forgot. Like she brings it up every once in a while. The one time I played a video game, but I destroyed. That's not true. That's not true. This is. Hey, no. Hey, do you have? No, that's not true. Do you have Xbox? Xbox.
Oh, One? It's on. Because the goal is thrown.
I brought my Xbox. I don't have it hooked up. If you want to talk shit, do not do this. So I know this is not true.
You said you accused him of cheating?
He was fucking cheating. He was.
He must have been. That's the only thing.
Listen, if you have Xbox One, go buy it. I don't give a fuck. I I will buy you an Xbox.
Let's go.
Okay?
It's on.
We will fucking live stream this. I don't care. I will destroy you in FIFA.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Don't even play with me. Okay? Run it. Run it back.
Let's go. I fucking sucked at FIFA. But I feel like back in the day, gaming was probably more of an ick because it was like this really nerdy thing. I feel like now it's so mainstream. There's a bunch of like athletes and shit that are playing, girls play. Like it's no longer considered this like underground dungeony like fucking nerdy thing. So I think it's ridiculous. Monologues. So guys that just don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's an ick because you're not just. There's a lot of negative traits that come with this. You're self-absorbed. You lack social awareness. You're selfish. There's no active listening skills. There's just so many negatives to this. Now, I say this as someone who monologues all day, every day with my girl. She's just nonverbal. So she's nonverbal. She's just feminine, submissive. She doesn't talk at all. So, I have no choice but to monologue. However, when I monologue, I'm DHVing. I'm telling pre-selection stories about the time that Mark got horny because this girl cried. I told her that story. Gangbang stories, my night out. So there's a lot of pre-selection and DHVs within my monologues, and it helps me practice. So like, yes, there's like unique situations where you are dating a nonverbal, a mute, but otherwise, there's a lot of negative traits. And I can hear when guys ruin interactions on day game or night game when they monologue just a little bit too long, and I see the girl just lose interest and she shuts her mouth and she stops investing. Now the guys are like, why? Like I can't get any compliance from her. I can't get any investment, and it's because you trained her to not talk. You trained her that you're going to monologue, you're not going to listen, and you don't care about what she has to say, and she shuts off. So you cannot monologue. There are times where monologuing is going to be beneficial within interaction sometimes so that you could DHV and set certain frames. But for the most part, you're going to train the girl to not invest and to give you valuable information. And guess what? Active listening, displaying like very, very good active listening skills is super important with women in general. Like you just need to display active listening because it shows that you're not an NPC, you're not autistic, you're not like self-absorbed. And there's a level of like empathy and understanding and social awareness. And if you monologue, you can't display that. Yeah,
agreed. I think the biggest problem with the mystery method that I still see in guys is they called it like DHV stories. And so a girl would ask what you do for work, and then they'd give a story that goes for like 5 minutes. And then the girl says, where are you from? And then they give a story that goes for 5 minutes. Like there are times for stories when you tell a story, but like if you're just explaining your job, it should be a conversation. So it should be, what do you do? I have the best job in the world. Then shut the fuck up. Let her respond to that. She could ask, what do you do? I run a business. Let her respond to that. What type of bit? Like turn this into actual conversation.
It's like ping pong.
Yeah.
The ball.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Well said. Where a lot of guys fucked that up. Being vegan.
Bro, my girl put this on there.
No, she didn't. Shut the fuck up.
No, 100%.
So put this on there. 100%.
No.
This is an attack.
I promise you, I did not put
you.
this on there. She even put look sick and skinny.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I took that off and just left vegan.
I did not put this on there. I totally forgot about this.
I feel like Swift put it on there.
She could tell who a vegan is, and they preach about being a vegan. And it was, I don't know, it's just I can't stand vegans either. It's pretty obnoxious, and it's not healthy. It's not good for you to be a fucking vegan.
I put this as so for those that don't know, I used to be vegan as well as saying. I think Swift put this on there.
Sick. He looks so skinny. I remember going, bro, are you good? Is everything okay with you? And then you wouldn't tell me for so long that you went vegan, and you're like, I went vegan. I go,
no, you're so full of shit. You're so full of shit.
You did not tell me for a long time.
Yeah, no,
I had to find out.
I was vegetarian for a while.
Black things under your eyes and shit. You look
skinny as
fuck, man.
I was vegetarian for a while, vegan for a little bit. It's interesting. It would be an ick for some girls, and then obviously, if you meet girls that are vegan, vegetarian, then it's the easiest in. But yeah, for a lot of girls, it was a bit like, what the fuck? You can't eat a steak. What the fuck's wrong with you? So this is going to be an ick, and it can kind of display it could be a little bit soft. It could be, as Swift said, it's hard to Although there are vegans that are like buff, but like for me, I lost a little bit of weight because it was just hard to find food to eat. So yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a highly attractive thing unless you're speaking to a vegan.
I think the reason as well, like, I just can't kill an animal. I think that's like, come on, man.
Well, if you say it like that, yeah, if you're like, I can't kill an animal, I'm so sad.
Even if you explain, I think, you know what, when someone explained to me factory farming, right? And I looked into factory farming where they just put all these fucking animals. I went like, you know, that's fucking reasonable. Like, I would not want to. There's something that I think about, like cage free, and like I buy like the cage free or the you know, the eggs.
Yeah, but they still kill all the like males that are born. They just put them in a little.
You're trying to like minimize that. The factory farming, I do understand. But other than that, to be like, I can't seem to kill, it's like, come, that's not masculine. Like when I go back to Kyrgyzstan,
but like you realize everything is like factory farm though, right?
When I go back to Kyrgyzstan and I'm a guest, you know, and they're like, oh, David's back in Kyrgyzstan, I have to kill the animals that we eat. Like, I am the guest. I have to get the knife.
Oh yeah, dude. By the way, when I was vegan, I still like, if I would go spearfishing and kill fish, like I'd eat it.
Hey, but fish, it's just like, oh, but you have sympathy for fish.
No, if I went and killed like a boar or something, I'd eat it. Okay. I was against the whole like suffering in factory farming. But I agree. Like if there's a perception of like, oh my God, I'm just so sad all the time and all these things and I'm just going to complain and blah, blah. Yeah, I think it's a bit of an ick.
I agree with the factory farming. I think that's like, you wouldn't want to eat, you wouldn't want your food, your meat to be the animal to live like that. And the suffering, it does make sense. So I find that reasonable, but to go all vegan, I think there's ways around this that's more reasonable than just be a vegan and I don't know, look sick.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I think there's, I think like eating beef is a little bit more humane. Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, it's fine. Can't change lanes. So you're, excuse me, you're in a car and just no one's letting you in, and you're like hesitating and trying to get in. That is definitely some aura lost.
I think it's like reasonable to little delusional.
Yeah, I think maybe a little delusional to reasonable. Yeah, spitting. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is kind of. I mean, I'm kind of reasonable to cringe.
We hang out with like fucking Indians or like just spitting on your living room. Well,
I don't think you need to make it racial, but yeah, like in Western Sydney, there's a lot of like Middle Eastern guys. I think it's like culturally appropriate to spit.
Yeah, when I go to Sydney, there's spit everywhere. You know what I mean? There's just like spit and like why is there spit everywhere? And it's like all the immigrants that Australia let in, there's just spitting everywhere. They're spitting on the train. They're spitting on public transportation. Like I'm standing there.
By the way, all the immigrants Australia let in, you realize you're talking about like my family. You're talking about like basically 99% of Australia. Like, yes, we're a country of immigrants. Like that is how we were formed. Just so you're aware.
Irish and English and
yes, Croatian, Lebanese, Vietnamese, China. Yeah, all these immigrants came in. Yes, they're now called Australians.
Let's conveniently omit the other ones that are spitting at your feet.
But no, I said Lebanese. That's what I was talking about. Middle Eastern.
Lebanese are fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they spit a lot.
Not to the degree that you think.
Okay.
I think you're exaggerating with that one. But like, hey, I love my
cool. I mean, I grew up in Western City, which is a huge Lebanese immigrant population.
I like the Lebanese people. So
follows Mr. Lucario. This is repulsive.
My girl
it's kind of cringe.
So no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I thought Australia was a country of prison colonists. Yeah, 100%. So originally the English came over, and this was basically a place for all the convicts.
That's not completely true either, by the way.
What do you mean that's not true?
The history of like Australia was primarily like fucking prisoners and exiled people.
How is that false? That's true.
Primarily, it's not completely true, but
that is true.
It's not completely true.
What is not true about it?
It's partly true. Yeah.
What do you?
Like, there's people that left because of religious reasons. They wanted like more religious freedoms and so forth. Yes, they weren't prisoners. They weren't exiled. There were some that were. They're like,
What
hey, do you wanna go
percentage?
over there?
What percentage of
Go to
people do you
prison, or
think?
could, like,
What?
start a colony in this like desert, fucking dangerous land? Yeah, they did do that. The king, did
Okay,
do
you're
that.
just wrong.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, most people were taken over there because, but when we say prisoners, like these weren't necessarily hard crimes. This was like they were hungry and stole some bread, and then like they'd ship them off to Australia. So yeah, that's how it started. And then there was like mass immigration that like increased population.
from Scotland and Ireland, and yeah.
I mean, from Lebanon, from Croatia,
Lebanon, yeah.
from
Yeah, for
yeah, there was a lot of immigration that happened. And now that immigration, regardless of what you fucking read on TikTok or some shit, is decreased quite a lot. It's less than 1% of our population that comes in. But story for another day, I guess. Who is Mr. Lucario? He is, he's a cringe dating coach. That's where they put all the rabbits. All right. Talk through movies.
Talks through movies. Well, I mean, talks through movies. I mean, unless you're like Puerto Rican, you're like dating a Puerto Rican or a black guy, like that's not going to happen. But I guess if you're like, oh my God, what's happening next? Oh my God, like, is that cringe? I guess it could be cringe. I don't know.
I find it so cringe when girls do this. Holy fuck, it triggers the fuck out of me. Like, my girl knows now if she wants to talk to me during the fucking movie or TV show or whatever the fuck we're watching, she picks up the remote, hits pause, and then asks me a question. Because like, I can't talk to you and listen to this shit at the same time. Like, pick one. So that's how I feel about it.
When they ask you about something that's not going to happen yet. Like, okay,
yeah, how the fuck am I meant to know? They expect I've watched the fucking movie.
Is he going to do this or that? Is that what's going? I'm like, just watch and you'll see. Like, why are you asking?
Yeah. Like, someone will come in, like, literally, they'll frame it like, oh, who's that? Someone walks through the door. Who's that? It's like, well, fuck it. How am I meant to know? They don't know. Like, yeah, we'll find out.
They just walked in like 2 seconds ago.
Sometimes I do like to guess. Sometimes I like to be like, this is the person who's going to blah, 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 blah. All right. Crosses his legs. So I assume this would be the feminine style cross. I can't show it. It's too low. But yeah, the legs. Do you know what I mean by this? Yeah.
That's pretty gay as fuck. That's gay.
Yeah, I think it's maybe reasonable, a little delusional. I think as a man, you want to try take as much room as possible. So you man spread, if you're going to have your legs crossed and like have it in a figure 4 type position, have your arms out. I think men that do this are usually like older. Like I get a very like older man reading his book on the park bench type of vibe. If this is more comfortable for you, do it. Just not in front of the girl that you want to fuck. She's going to look at you and think that you are a little bit feminine or you're an old gentleman.
Did you see the study they did? I think it was like Harvard, where they I don't know, they hooked girls up and they gave different images or videos, or they put men in front of them, different poses, many different poses, the way they sit and everything. The number one attractive pose, okay, that the girls responded to, the majority of them, was them sitting back with their legs spread wide open.
Yeah.
The guy had the legs spread wide open and took up maximum what's called man spreading.
Yeah.
That was actually the number one attractive
of course, yeah.
Posture
or
pose or whatever.
Yeah. Take up space, own your space, and yeah. Whereas the legs, it feels like you're trying to like minimize yourself. Earns less than her.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is going to be I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, I think reasonable. And it also depends. Like, if this guy's just a bum, it might be cringe. But if she's earning like 300K and runs her own business and you're earning like 100K, then I'd say like, okay, maybe reasonable. But it's more her fault at that point.
Yeah,
like, you've earned so much money, you're going to make it hard for yourself.
Like I earn 3 times more than you. She's going to like use the like numbers like 3 times more. Then it's going to like, sound cringe.
But that's kind of like her fault at that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you're getting cringed out because you earn so much money, then that's kind of on you. You either got to be like, if you're earning 300K a year, you got to be, as a woman, you got to either be okay that your guy doesn't have to earn more than you, or you're gonna have to realize that your dating pool is so significantly like smaller right now, and it's kind of on you, right? So
that's true, but it'll still bother them while they logically understand that.
Yeah. But I guess like what I'm trying to say is I feel like some of these are kind of on the guy, or it's like, maybe you should change it, or like maybe it's something to think about. This, like, unless you're a bum, then yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, just date a fucking girl who makes nothing. Oh.
Yeah, just find a homeless girl. Ignored by the waiter. So you're like, excuse me, sorry. Hey, can I get the bill?
Bro, this is something I think about. Like when I'm at the restaurant, I'm waiting, I'm timing everything so that I don't have this situation.
Yeah, 100%.
Around. So this is something like I'm actively, like I'm not gonna be like, excuse me. It's like, oh my God, that's pretty bad. So if I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna be loud and obnoxious, or I'm gonna wait for the right time,
Yeah. I'll go to the bathroom, and then as I'm coming back, I'll find the waiter and be like, I want to pay, and then go pay. Because also like
that situation.
Paying in front of someone also feels fucking weird too. So yeah, I just like pay away or like sort out, because trying to get the attention is you don't want to be cucked by that. I'd say that's like pretty reasonable, to be fair.
I think like tipping bad. I guess if you're in Europe and all that.
Like, tipping's it's an American thing.
Let's say in America, in St. Louis, we're the biggest tippers in North America. If you like, I feel like it's DLV if you like put $1 down. Like, here's a fucking $1. But I think as a DHV, if you give big tips, I don't know. There's something like when your girl sees and they go, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, it's a tip, Like you give the Go Check drivers like a big tip, or service people. And they're like, "Oh my God, thank you, sir. You're the best." I have an army of Go Check drivers, delivery guys, okay, that love me. They send me messages all the time thanking me for the tip, and I send the screenshots to my girl, and they're like, "Oh my God, such a DHV."
That's true. Ricky just said, I went to jail in St. Louis. Good DHV. Good DHV.
Me too. Yeah. I did too. Yeah. Which jail did he go to? Maybe we're there.
Maybe we're in the same jail at the same time. Racist. Did your girl put this?
Oh, this is ridiculous. I didn't put this.
Oh.
It wasn't mine. No. Me and my girl were racist. So it's all good. I would say it's ridiculous is not a problem at all.
I think this is cringe.
Me too. Which jail in downtown? Because I was also in downtown jail. West or
racist is a DHB.
The racist is fine. I think it's fine.
No, I don't think it is. I can understand why it'd be cringe. Like, I actually had a girl, one of our friends, tell us that like she was on a date with a dude, and they went to a Chinese restaurant together on like their 4th date, and then the guy, as she described, was being like really racist, and I'm like, oh, was he just like joking or blah blah? And she's like, no, he just like hated all Asian people, and like he didn't want to be there, and he was like disgusted by them. I think that, to me, that just feels very like,
all right,
yeah, it feels. What's the description here? If you're like a girl viewing this, like you just seem very like simple-minded. I think, to be like, I don't like this thing. It's like, why? I just don't. It's like, okay, well,
I agree. Okay,
that kind of feels weird.
Like, I think it's what I mean when I say racist. I think it's like, yes, like I'm racist towards Indians, but I have Indian friends. I love Indians, but
what do you mean by you're racist towards Indians? Like, what's your definition of racist?
Well, the very definition, like if a liberal were to call you racist, right? What would that mean? Does it mean like you're marching? You have like, I don't have any hatred for any people, like actual hatred. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have like strong emotional hatred towards anybody.
Well, I think that's what racism is. Like a prejudgment.
I've dated women from all kinds of places. I've had a very diverse group of friends growing up, and I've lived in diverse places. And
I think but like, treating
how liberals would call you racist, for example.
Well, I don't know. I would use that definition. Like
okay, yeah. Oh shit.
When we did a tier list of different countries, and I said, Sweden, awesome. There's really tall, like blonde, thin, good-looking girls.
Well, you're right. I mean,
I wouldn't say that's racist. But I wouldn't say that's racist, right?
Say you're racist. I would.
Now, if I was to say that every single girl is like that, then I feel like that would be like a racist statement. But I feel like making judgments on people based on their culture or heritage or something, I think is completely fine. I think if that judgment you just have towards everyone, and especially if it's not true, and then you impose behaviors based on that, then I think that's just kind of silly.
Yeah, yeah. But liberals would say you only wanting to date like blonde, like white girls would be like considered racist, right?
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
Like liberals would say.
No, I don't think liberals would say that. I think like crazy progressive women on TikTok would say that.
No, liberals.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think like anyone in the Liberal Party of America, like Democratic Party of America, would say that's racist.
A normal liberal,
I'd be
I just
shocked.
could not date a black woman. I only date like blonde, blue-eyed white girls.
Yeah, it was fine.
I would call you racist, though.
I don't think
100%.
so. I don't think so. I think like if you speak to a progressive 21-year-old, they would. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you speak to an average Democratic voter, I don't think they'd call that
liberal. I mean, it's all the same thing. Like,
no, they're very different. Progressives and Democrats are like incredibly different.
Same thing. Like, I don't know why
that'd be like saying that like a Republican from like 10 years ago is same as like a grouper now or a MAGA now. Like they almost have like completely opposite views. Like they're
not
different.
Anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
Now. Like it's practically the same now.
What's practically the same?
Well, the people are abandoning MAGA because it's now the old Republican Party. Now the
How is it now the old? I mean, it's not now the old Republican Party. They're just in a war, and the MAGA people don't like that. All the other policies are not anywhere near what the old Republicans would have been.
These people are not MAGA, and these people are. Who did he say are the new MAGA?
I have no idea. What are you talking about?
One of them were pro-Iraq. They were pro-Iraq. They were all pro-war. They were what's it called? What is the name? What's the word for these people? Whatever. I forgot the name. But they're pretty much like the Bush era Republicans that are now MAGA, and he's literally told all these other MAGA people, "You're not MAGA."
Yeah, but this is just on one policy decision to invade Iran.
That's not what he said. He said, "Now these are MAGA and these aren't MAGA."
Yeah, but let's be honest.
Bush era Republicans as the MAGA.
Let's be honest. Trump is
neocons.
Pretty low IQ.
Neocons, like literally. All the MAGA people he listed, these are MAGA or neocons from the Iraq War.
Who did he list?
Like Mark Levins and Sean Hannity, like all these people.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't understand. So what?
And like all the other people who are like.
So you're saying he's shifting his policies all over to like the old Bush style administration?
MAGA is now like the Bush era neocon group.
Okay, so is he going to stop the tariffs then? Is he going to become more globalist?
We'll see. We'll see. Okay. But the neocons care about war for the most
part.
Right?
Yeah. I think Trump is just, he says a bunch of random stupid shit, and he probably this is one of those times that makes absolutely no sense.
Not do that. Like, he's a little bit more calculated than that. You could disagree, but he's a little bit more calculated.
I don't think he is at all.
Rolling around being a
He's literally said, I just like people that like me, even if they're bad people. Like, he's just narcissistic. Like, it can all be explained narcissism.
True. He is narcissistic.
Yeah, he basically says if people are just nice to me, and he also said, I like having stupider people around me because it makes me feel smarter, right? Like, this is the man you're talking about that is like super calculated. Anyway, have we? Yeah, sweet. Let me zoom in for you boys. I'll just scroll down. All right, it's a fun list.
What's that last one? What is that?
ChatGPT, when I get them to create these tiles for me, it also just gave me one of like all of them. Oh, okay. It was just whatever.
All right, I think we got a good list. This was a good tier list, actually.
This was a fun tier list. Yeah.
This was fun. I like this.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit to be learned by here. It was entertaining, interesting. Hopefully, guys, if they take anything away from this stream, it's use your fist when you cry, cover up when you put the lip balm on, sneeze like a fucking man. Was there anything else? Yeah. Eat meat. Eat meat. Yeah.
Eat meat. Don't let women vote. At least let them know that how you feel about that. I honestly, I'm shocked that you want women to vote. Like, it's one of those things where I think you're trolling me.
You are ridiculous. If you want to have now I sound like I'm gonna sound like a vegan. Okay, name the trait. What trait do women have that make them incapable of being able to vote?
that I can take away their vote. Like if men decided to just take women's rights away, we could do that, right? And I don't know.
How? Hang on. If men decided they could just take women's rights away, how would they do that?
Like emotional,
how could they do that?
Well, we gave them the rights. We could take it away.
How?
How did they get their rights? How did they get the voting rights?
They protested, and then that got passed through Parliament.
No. They protested. Oh no,
yes.
They're protesting.
Yes.
We have to give it to them. What are they going to do?
There was an amendment. Was it the 19th or something? There was an amendment made to the Constitution. That's how it was done. It was through democracy. It was through the government process. So how would you take it away?
Look, you could protest, and the country could come through and just shut down the protests. Who cares?
Okay, so how are you planning on taking it away? Okay, so the reason women shouldn't be able to vote is because we can take it away. Can I not just say the same thing about, let's think, men...
Men's rights away?
Yeah. Men that, what's like a small... Black guys. Can we not just take the vote away from black guys?
Yeah, but they're also...
So they shouldn't be able to vote.
Well, they're men, so they could fight against that.
Yeah, but you have a whole army. You could just like take it away, right?
True, but they can actually put up a fight.
This is the silliest argument I've ever had.
They could.
Women can put up a fight.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Really? How?
Yeah.
How?
How are black guys gonna put up a fight?
They did.
Okay, so women have access to weapons. They have access to men that are willing to support their rights. There's no way you can just remove women's rights. And that is the argument. Why shouldn't women vote in our democratic society? Because we have the ability to take it away is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, you can take anyone's rights away. It doesn't mean they don't have the right to the right.
Well, first of all, I said they're irrational. They vote for ridiculous shit. I just don't think it's good. I think they need to be inside the house for the most part. I really do. I think they should be inside the house for the most part. Really.
What do you mean for the most part?
I really think.
Do you think our society should allow women to work?
Well, I think that we should set it up so that we encourage women to focus less on career and working.
Do you think women should have the right to be able to work?
The right? I think they should have the right, but I think we should curb that.
So they can also vote.
We should find ways to curb that.
If your measurement is going to be, if your measurement is going to be someone can't vote if they're too irrational, then you should have an irrational test. Because if you're basing off that, there's plenty of men that are fucking irrational, right? There's plenty of men that are voting not on rational decisions. So like, if that's how you want to do it, then the argument should not be, let's just ban all women, because there are some really rational women, right? There's some really intelligent women.
Okay,
sure. Banning the vote is like ridiculous.
Yes, there's some, yeah. But look, what I'm saying is, it's not just the voting. I'm not just take the voting away. I think we need to stop taking women seriously. They're what they want.
You're trolling.
Right. I'm not trolling. I'm 100% not trolling.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, because men simp for women. Men take, they care way too much what women think, okay, in their opinion. I remember like sitting in a restaurant or a cafe, and like there's a date, and this woman has the most ridiculous, stupid opinions on things, and she's talking with authority, and the guy's like, oh really? Yeah, so that sounds okay. Just tell her that she's stupid. It's stupid. Her opinion is stupid. This is not going to work. We can't do this. And men are simping to...
So because there was a guy simping in a restaurant once, women shouldn't be able to vote. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
We're playing Destiny games now, like Destiny debate games. It was ridiculous.
You literally said you have an anecdotal experience of men simping, and so you think women should have a vote. Like, can I not point to like someone like Clav, and we have probably this on video evidence of women simping to him? Like, should we...
What?
Like, should that change then? Like, if that happens the other way around?
If they were like inside the house, like, I don't know, they probably wouldn't be out in the club. Something for a club, right?
It was in his house, by the way.
But I do agree that we should maybe not like... We should not allow women so much influence and power and control in the government in our culture.
How do they have so much power and control in the government? You are so delusional on this point. It's insane.
No.
It's actually insane.
Obviously, they're working through you. Like you're influenced by women.
Okay.
Like
Are
heavily.
there more men in the American government right now or women?
Swift, just tell your woman who to vote for, and then you'll get the toy. Yes, I know, but guess what? There was an ad during the Trump versus.
Are there more men in
what
Congress right now?
The campaign ads from Kamala Harris. The campaign ad was this: husband and wife with their kids waiting outside. Okay, they walk into the booth. All right, honey, it's time to vote. He's wearing a red hat. It's time to vote, honey. Let's do this, right? We're going to vote for what's best for the family. He thinks I'm the man of the house. We're going to vote best for the family. She goes, sure. She looks over at the other wife and goes, wink, wink. And then she goes, Kamala, he. She just canceled out her husband's, her family's vote. Why? And also, I don't know. I think a lot of people shouldn't vote anyway. There's a bunch of fucking losers.
So because there was one advertisement by the political party advocating for women to vote for women's rights. This shows the culture. What does it show?
What they're trying to push here. It's you should be against your man and against your family and vote for us. And
you do realize you're talking about a president that has cheated on his wife multiple times, has been convicted of rape. Yes. Well, then why should he be allowed to vote? He's not a family man.
Oh, then we could have that discussion.
What if we find guys that say, do you know what? I don't want kids at all. I don't want a family. Do you know what? I just want to game and fuck bitches for the rest of my life. Should those guys not be allowed to vote?
Well, are they contributing in any way?
Should they not be allowed to vote? Women can contribute without having a family.
I'm open. I am open to figuring this out. I'm really open. But if you spent
no, it doesn't sound like you're very open.
If you've spent the last 30 years on welfare, so you're actually costing us money for 30 years, your entire life. Why would we let you vote? Why would we let you vote so that you could continue to get more welfare?
If you're on welfare, do you think on average women are not a net contribution to society?
When USA was built,
bro, you are so out of your. What are you talking about? Now you're talking about people that aren't contributing at a net negative. That is such a small fucking number, and it's not women. I would even guess. I would even guess it's probably not even predominantly women. I don't think they're even. That's like a weird metric. It's not even true.
You would take the voting away. It's a small number.
Say it again.
Should we take their voting rights away? That small.
You want to know my opinion on this? No, I don't think if you're a net negative to society, your vote should be taken away.
What if you all come together and you're like, hey, we just want free shit. We don't want to work. We don't want to contribute to society, and we're gonna have a politician that comes in and says, hey, we're gonna give you guys welfare. Vote for me. Hey, we're all gonna vote for that. That's their primary focus, is getting welfare and not contributing anything to society. How does that
person won't be voted in? If you have someone saying, hey, everyone, I'm going to take all your money that you earn and I'm just going to give it to people because they just choose not to work, that person's not going to be voted in.
They are.
No, they're not. What are you talking about? They're not going to be voted in at all. When has someone ever been voted in with that statement? Ever. In the history of any country being voted in with that statement. Name the person. Who had that policy?
That's crazy.
Instead of the fake, that's crazy. How about you name the person with that policy?
Unbelievable. Let's get into this.
Tell me. Who's the person with that policy?
Well, first of all, no. We'll get into this. We'll get into that.
Okay. All right, we'll get into it. All right. Next time, there'll be a debate on therapy and should women be allowed to vote.
This is unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, I was in shock. Thank you, everyone.
I think you're trolling me at this point that you want everyone to vote.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Next week, what are we going to do next week, Swifty? If we're not going to do therapy and should women be able to vote?
I mean, I think I'll do a little bit of research of the therapy.
Okay. You try to come up with that person for me.
Therapy tier list, like reasons why you should not go to therapy tier list. Which is almost everything except for like PTSD, war, and like some specific traumas that you had growing up.
Okay, what about... that's all right. We can talk about it next time. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what our next tier list has been. A bunch of guys have left suggestions, so leave some more. We appreciate them. We've got a list going, so we're working our way through it. I know Blue really wants to do their music one. It takes a little bit more prep, and to be honest, I actually don't know how many people will enjoy it. But yeah, once we get to the desperate stages of we're running out of tier list, we'll do that one. All right, guys, thank you, everyone.
And by the
for
way, if you're a
joining.
woman,
Yeah.
we're not going to let you vote on the tier list that we're doing. So like only men can vote. It's like, you know.
Hey, ladies, send me DMs. I'll let you vote. Don't worry. Okay, I'll give you extra votes. Okay, twice the amount.
Oh, there you go. White knighting for the women again, huh?
Yeah, I am. What are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna do about it? Sorry, I'm just putting on some lip balm. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. All right.
Qualification, connection, sexualization, push, pull.